To the brave youth of Africa, to my fellow leaders, to the heart of our continent, our communities, and to every African living across the world, this message is for you. Africa is not poor. We have been made to believe we are poor. But the truth is, Africa is the richest continent on earth. We have what the world dreams, like gold, diamonds, oil, fertile land, clean water, 12 hours of sunlight every day, and ecosystems full of life. Yet, our people suffer in poverty, our children go hungry, and our youth leave home, searching for dignity abroad. This must end. We have 54 independent countries in Africa. That means we have 54 presidents, 54 governments, 54 flags. I swear to Allah, if we unite, there is no force on earth that can stop us. Not one. To my African brothers and sisters, freedom is not just a flag or a national anthem. Freedom means building our own roads, controlling our own resources, teaching our own history, and shaping our own future. For too long, others have used what belongs to us to grow rich. They take our minerals to power their industries. Our cocoa makes their chocolate, our oil fuels their cars. Yet our people walk miles for water. Our farmers struggle while foreign companies harvest our land. To the youth of Africa, you are not just the future, you are the present. You are the energy, the voice, the courage that this continent needs. Rise with knowledge, with skills, with love for your land. Do not be ashamed to be African. Be proud, be bold, be ready to defend what is yours, not with hate, but with purpose. To African leaders, I speak with respect and humility. Alone, I can only do something, but together, we can change everything. I need you to be my shoulders, and I will be yours. Let us stop waiting for solutions from those who benefit from our problems. Let us create our own path with African unity, African pride, and African solutions. To the businessmen and investors of Africa, especially those living abroad, come home, believe in this continent, build your companies here, create jobs here, and develop your land. Let me joke a little with my wealthy brothers and sisters who live in the West. You spend your life, your time, your money to build beautiful cities in other countries. You make their economies grow. But when death comes near, you say, please bury me in my country. My dear brother, listen to me very well. Africa is not a graveyard. It is a land to live in, to grow in, and to build in. To the African community, let's support our own. Let's buy from African farmers, work with African hands, invest in African talents. We must stop waiting for help. We must help each other. From Cape Town to Cairo, from Dakar to Djibouti, we are one family. Divided, we are weak, but united, we are unstoppable. Africa does not lack brains. It does not lack ideas. It does not lack courage. What Africa needs is unity, real unity, not in speeches, but in action. We must trade with each other, teach each other, defend each other, and love each other. I am not perfect. I am not a prophet. I am just a man who refuses to see his people suffer in silence. If they try to kill me for speaking the truth, let them try. But the voice of truth will not die. I do not fear death. I fear watching Africa sleep while others build empires on our backs. Let the world know this. Africa is awake. We are rising, not to beg, not to borrow, but to build, with our hands, with our minds, with our hearts. The journey is long, but the time is now. May Allah protect our people, and may the spirit of Africa never fade.
Process, there will be no retreat and no surrender. If the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence, Every living thing living in the zoo will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise and a pledge we are making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about Biafra. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that Biafra comes. It is either the flag of Biafra is raised up or I am lowered into the grave. One of the two must happen. It is better for this heaven and this earth not to exist than for Biafra not to come to pass. We dedicate it into the hands of Chukwu Abiyama, the creator of the heavens and the earth, because only him decreed that we should exist as a race, and only him has the say to decide and to determine if we are to survive or not. We don't rest our hopes in any man. We don't believe that any country can do anything for us. We are going to reaffirm our faith in the supremacy of the creator of the heavens and the earth, Chukwu Abiyama, upon to whom and in whom every glory and honor belongs to. That's why we worship him and nothing else and no other. We worship the one true living God. That is who we worship. That is why we were created. We are not like any other people. We have been chosen by Chukwu Abiyama to serve him. We have been chosen by the creator of the heavens and the earth that we may serve him. That is why in our names it contains every praise imaginable. Every praise imaginable to the Most High is contained within our names, because we are very special people. We are here to reaffirm and reiterate that. We are here to ensure that this very march towards our freedom cannot be hindered. Any obstacle on our way, real or imagined, man or woman, adult or child, anything it is, once you are an impediment to the restoration of the sovereignty of Biafra, you will be destroyed completely and totally, in every way imaginable. We do not forgive. There is no forgiveness in our dictionary. We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. It is to them that I owe every ounce of loyalty and obligation. They are not here to offer any advice or to ask us to forgive Gowon. They are not here to ask us to forgive Haruna. They are not here to ask us to forgive the Yoruba people and the Awolowo family. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwu Abiyama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish, because we are his own. Despite all our iniquities, despite all our sins, he made us in his image. He gave us that very edict to worship him, and that is what we do every blessed day on this radio station, without fail and without the fear of any human being, talk less of an animal in the zoo. We are here to worship Chukwu Abiyama.
We should talk about it and ask a few questions.
Continue.
Because you see, there is an aspect of Nigerian history that they are not telling us.
Hell.
And I feel we should talk about it and ask a few questions.
Continue.
Because the only thing they told us is that in 1914, there was an amalgamation of the southern and northern protectorates to form this country that we now know as Nigeria.
Yes.
And you and I know that as Africans, we are tribal beings. So for you to build a country on multiculturalism and expect it to work, there must be strong agreement between the two parties that are coming together. Agreements that are bounded by strong laws to ensure cohesion and progress.
You get it?
And they told us that in 1914, there was an amalgamation contract or an amalgamation agreement.
No problem.
But come to think of it, Chief Nnamdi Azikiwe was born in 1904. So as at 1914, he was only 10 years old. Chief Obafemi Awolowo was born in 1909. As at 1914, he was 5 years old.
Hell.
Dr. Tafawa Balewa was born in 1912. So as at 1914, he was only 2 years old. And Sir Ahmadu Bello was born in 1910. So as at 1914, he was only 4 years old.
Okay.
So which indigenous person actually contributed to that amalgamation agreement?
Chidadi.
Which indigenous person signed on behalf of Nigeria? Who signed on behalf of the southern and the northern parties in the amalgamation contract?
I don't know.
Or could it be that a group of foreigners created a plan for our existence without involving us?
Photo.
And could this be the reason why we have tried to make the country work and it is not working? We are still divided on regional, cultural, and ethnic lines, simply because we didn't have any contribution in the agreement that was supposed to keep us together in the first place.
That is not corruption.
Because even the Holy Book said, can two work together unless they agree? And the question is, did we really agree? Or did some people agree on our behalf? And how come, after all these many years, the so-called leaders of Nigeria have not decided to come together and have an honest and genuine conversation around restructuring? At least let us create a template for us and by us.
You get it?
If it is through federalism, like they have in the UK, let's manage. Let every region have the power to manage their resources, but yet under a bigger umbrella. And if we are going to continue the way we are, let's decentralize power so that state governors, local government chairmen can have more power to improve the areas under their jurisdiction. Instead of running to Abuja every month end to go and beg for allocation.
Funny people.
Just like my state governor, every time president is traveling, he will take a private jet to go and wave bye-bye so that his monthly allocation will not be at stake.
70 years old man.
Instead of building powerful presidents that will be turning the country upside down with just one careless pronouncement, subsidy is gone.
This man.
The governor is hereby suspended.
It is smoky book.
Instead, we build, powerful institutions that can, hold the president and other elected representatives accountable.
God will see us.
Because as of now, it still baffles me that the first contract or the first agreement that bounded the North and the South together to form this country called Nigeria, we did not really contribute. Yet, when you open our constitution, the first thing they will say there is that we, the people of Nigeria, have decided to come together as one indivisible and indissoluble entity under God.
Now are you?
And you ask yourself, who is the we? Kedonia who we?
Look at you.
When you check some of these things, you see a lot of confusions here and there. Sometimes I feel like this country was willingly built on the basis of confusion. And sometimes you even see the confusion in our national symbols. Because I don't understand how somebody created a coat of arms and he saw two horses fighting. Instead of separating them, he came under and wrote peace, unity, and progress. Hey! Can you don't country we are?
Oh, I'm not too much.
Nigeria can go down. Nigeria can go down. Nigeria can go down.
Is not compatible with the values of the Netherlands. Close our borders right away to asylum seekers and immigrants originating from Islamic countries. We should withdraw from the Schengen Agreement and reintroduce our own border controls. 3. Begin by dismantling Islamic institutions like mosques. Start by closing foreign-funded mosques, including those that receive funding from abroad and are under the authority of Diyanet, the Turkish Ministry of Religious Affairs. And not us. 4. Lock up anyone who threatens or uses violence or deport them from our country. And if necessary, take preventive action against those hundreds of supporters and thousands of sympathizers of the jihadist movement in the Netherlands. And 5, Chairman, request all schools, newspapers, media to display a Mohammed cartoon. In order not to provoke, but to demonstrate that we never give in to threats and violence, and that we proudly and firmly support our freedom. Finally, I have a message for all those Muslims in the Netherlands who do not respect our freedom, our democracy, and our core values. Those who consider the rules of the Quran more important than our secular laws, and there are many of them. 700,000 is revealed in the study by Professor Koopmans. And my message to them is get lost. Depart to an Islamic country, then you can enjoy Islamic rules. Those are their rules, but not ours. Those are their rules, but not ours. This is our country, not your country.
They are selections. The will of the people is sold for crumbs, while politicians dine with billions they stole from you. Democracy is dead, can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. Ballot boxes stolen in broad daylight. Thugs with machetes turn off the light. Police stand still, they watch and grin. The system is rigged, the people can't win. They say, do or die. By hook or by crook they must rule. And you, the people, you suffer, you starve. Yet they laugh in your face and call you fool. Our democracy is dead, can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. Democracy is dead, can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. North to south, east to west, we all feel the pain deep in our chest. Don't let religion tear us apart. We need one voice, we need one heartland. The system is united against us, but we are divided against ourselves. They use tribe, they use religion to keep us blind while they steal the nation. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Democracy is dead. Can't you see? Can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. They bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. Democracy is dead. Can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. They bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. People unite, unite, stand for your rights, your rights. No more chains, no more, no more lies, no more. Nigeria won't have security.
Okay,
Can you imagine? Mba, ofe lugi mba. Mba, not like that.
Acknowledge that Islam is an influential ideology.
As well, because what I'm about to say would not massage the religious ego. It will bruise it instead. It will confront the spell under which you live. Let's get one thing straight. Prayer doesn't change nations. People do. Systems do. Leadership does. Education does. And until we Africans understand that, we'll keep kneeling while the world keeps building. Aren't you tired of watching the continent with the most prayer warriors languishing in abject poverty? Aren't you tired of binding imaginary demons while our real enemies, poverty, illiteracy, corruption, and tribalism, walk free? My mother lives in a crescent about 600 meters long, and in that 600 meters, there are 3 churches, not a single school, not a clinic, not a drainage system. We are overcharged and underdeveloped. You fast, pray, cast and bind and wait for miracles, while nations that don't even believe in your God are sending rockets to space. America didn't become a superpower by prayers. They built systems, embraced education, invested in science, and created policies. The Middle East didn't become rich through night vigil. They mastered oil, trade, and geopolitics. They invested in infrastructure and innovation. And China? They don't know Jesus. They don't know Muhammad. They know strategy. They know discipline. They know nation building. But here we are, Africa, the most prayerful continent on the surface of the earth, but the least developed. If prayers alone changed people and nations, Africans will be the richest and Africa will be heaven on earth. So let's stop pretending for a minute. The modern African church has become a business center, selling you oils, promises, and fear while you hand over your bank account. You don't need deliverance. You need discipline. You don't need prophecy. You need productivity. You don't need another 40-day fast. You need a 40-year plan. We have the Congo Basin, the second largest forest in the world, but yet we import toothpick. If that doesn't tell you the level of our sheepishness, nothing else will. So instead of building another church, build a school. Instead of going to another Bible or theological school, go to a technical school or learn a trade. Instead of giving your last money to a pastor, save it and start a small business. Instead of waiting for divine connections, go out, network, and build real ones. Instead of praying for good leaders, start voting with your brain, not your religion or tribe. Instead of casting out demons, start casting out ignorance, because God isn't the problem. You are. He gave you hands to walk, not just to clap. A brain to think, not just to bow. A voice to speak truth, not just to scream amen and hallelujah. So here's the truth. Faith without sense is continued slavery. Religion without reason is mental colonization. And any spirituality that makes you passive while others build, it's not divine, it's a trap. I'm not asking you to abandon your faith, even though I may not share the same. I'm saying stop using it to excuse laziness, stupidity, and silence. God gave us the tools, but we're so obsessed with heaven that we can't even fix the hell we currently live in. Africa doesn't need more churches. Africa needs more thinkers. And until we realize that, we will keep screaming amen and hallelujah while the rest of the world keeps shouting science, technology, AI, robotics, commerce, and geopolitics.
Ihe a bụ ahịa ụmụ Igbo na go build niile ụnụ na Afrịka na bụ this morning, this early morning, today bụ 16 of September 2025. Ihe mere ndị Igbo ụnụ na afọ Lagos dị ya Lagos Island, ya Lagos Island gbara ezigbo ọkụ. Ezigbo ihe emebili ụmụ Igbo akaghị afụfụ egodo anya. Kwa Christmas a na-akwado kịta obodo a na-ekwu na ihe siri ike na-ekwu mmadụ stranded shop below early morning wee gbagba ọkụ Lagos Island. Anụrụ mmadụ na mmadụ anabara anything Christmas like this. December dịrị anya n'iru otu a ọhịa ka a na-afụ. Ọ bụ na mmadụ na-eme ihe a sọsọ ya na chi ya ma. Ọ bụ na ndị mmụọ na-eme ihe a sọsọ ha na chi ha ma. Ọ bụ na akpacha ya eme ihe a ha na chi ha ma. So biko ana m ayọ unu onye ọbụla nwe mmadụ na Lagos Island should put call biko kunu kasi ndị mmadụ obi. Many people lost many things. Ndị ga-esi from ebe a na village and when them survive this particular thing, Meren. Akwana Afiona Lagos Island today. I want to call. I make sure ni gallop man so koto kali. Ekere kwa mu no biko no kwa bi go chule but igwe na joka. Asi ni be mele ndi Igbo. Oh, ife mele ndi Igbo. Dalo.
House. Ha. Okay, say that no 25 years, 45 years for here.
Yeah, 45 years.
This thing never happened. This kind of thing never happened before. Are you serious? This one are worst for Lagos Island. This one are worst. Hey! Okay, now, Bokwa. Okay, now, Bokwa. Okay, now, Bokwa. Okay, now, Bokwa. Kebo gana. Gene kangare ko. Kebo gana. About 5 shops from my 5 buildings from my warehouse. Machine can make a repa. It got any in there. This in here I get more. Hey!
Where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go destroy. Our guiding light. Mama Biafra, yeah, oh, I call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Yes. Greetings, lovers of freedom all over the world. Biafrans all over the world. I bring you greetings. I salute each and every one of you. This is Biafran Exodus TV. Always bringing you the message of redemption and liberation to the hearts and the minds of our people. And this is our channel. I represent the movement of the people, by the people and for the people. This is we. Umife. Long live Mazinan de Carlo. Long live EM Samoneba. Long live Otongo Zorabeze and all the genuine cabinet members. Long live all the USB forces that are serving genuinely to defend our land. Biafra land will continue to protect you and to preserve you. Long live all the USB medias that are doing the needful, defending the government, debunking all the lies of the enemy, and also promoting the well-being of every citizen of Biafra. Chukuna Gozio, Totonei, and Habali. Long live all the genuine Biafrans all over the world. All the genuine Biafrans all over the world. Long live you. Omaka, each and every one of us. Ndumini, Nduaso, and they wish each and every one of us. Opopogo ga wungozi, mbatage ga wungozi, ezunulo ga wungozi, nyobliti aka ga wungozi. Your generation will be blessed because we are the children of light. Because I am one day with a conscience. I am one day ambassadors of peace, fairness, equity, and justice and progress. That is what Genuine Biafrans are known for. So you all are highly welcome to tonight's program. Day one. I see. Let me begin to go to the comment section and greet my brothers and sisters that they came up in here today. I greet you, Festus, Umelo, I greet you. Frank Okoye from Go, Chukwugoziege. So good evening, brother, say good evening from here, brother, and all the Genuine Biafrans. Festus is greeting everybody. Frank Okoye, Mazi Frank Okoye, God bless you. This is watching again, Professor. Always on point. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We always make a point and always speak to Biafrans in a language they understand. For all your great sacrifices that you are doing for Biafrans, Frank Okoye, a great man indeed. Great Genuine Biafrans. Also, so hit the like button. Brother, say hit the like button. As you're joining the program, hit the like button. Hit the like button. God bless you as you're hitting the road. Gobinigwe, as you're hitting the like button. When you hit the like button, you're actually sending a signal for others to receive the signal for them to join and to watch and to listen to what we're doing. And that is also another part of supporting the channel. You understand? That's another part of supporting the channel. At the same time, because if I find it, it's all about sacrifice. We are sacrificing. We are servants. We are servants. I want Ndozi Biafran spirit. And I never break a Chineke and now continue to the grace and what it takes to keep moving until our destination. And I want to use this opportunity to thank every Biafrans all over the world that have been subscribed already in this message of redemption and liberation to the hearts and the minds of our people. I want to thank everyone, even the ones that are even giving the super chat. It's the Wife. They River on dry. God will continue to bless you as a Wife for your support, for every Biafrans there, the way you support and to increase. In a opinion, will always bless you as a Wife. You are a giver. Blessed is the hand that giveth than the hand that receiveth. So about this, when with our support, God will always replenish you in 100-fold. You no go lack, because I see your heart. Respect. Kelechi, I see you. Achezie, I see you. Kelechi Achezie, I see you. There we go. Blessing Chukwu, there we go. I see you. So good evening, Maz Exodus. You are welcome. Blessing Chukwu. Your name is Blessing. And by Tikure Chukwu. One you when I go to that goes. And as a blessing, that's a Chukwu. One you go knows now. Blessing Chukwu. When I go to that goes. I want Azafa Chukwu. I want Azafa. We also some people Azafa Chukwu all over the world. So Sunday Igbo Biafra na Azafa Chukwu. That is the reason why we don't need to play. You know, greater that is he that is in us than he that is in the world. I'm on a special program now, but just got your chair, just jagari last only coffee, you go take coffee. You know, and give me a sure you will roach. We need to pay attention and listen to what we're going to play for you today. Some of us might have seen it, might have heard it, but I all of us together, because I first of all made the announcement in the afternoon. Now on a special program actually made here today. So just wait, intellectual our brothers in the comment section. Ma abanye the video. Abanye the thing. And you get the thing. And I will now drop while the thing is playing. I will drop the link. So I will know anything of literally add it up. When they click the link and they render your rendition. You render because this is about me. I want an Africa. Nigeria now in the cage of time bomb. Something is about to happen to Nigeria. So I know more Biafra. I just was can put now. That's equal amaba. Oh, Shishi no nani we are Oshisha. So I think I am Oshishi. We must be smart. In my any create about awareness. Right from January, we have been saying most of the things we have been saying have been happening. But they didn't pay attention. They didn't pay attention to our messages. They are escaping the dangers and the wrath of the enemy. You're talking my point. So we are the lights. I ain't gonna be found. So that can those they will find now closer. We are not darkness, and we can never represent darkness. I am very zozo. I am very Igbo. I am very zondo. I am very Igbo. I am very zondo. I am very Igbo. Because the thought of Chineke now for us is thought of good. The same way we Biafra we thought of good. The same thought of good that comes now for us. And I am Uncle Juan but now fight for us. And it's not giving up. Thought of good for us. PM Samonekpa thought of good for us. But we USB government, the Congress are based and the genuine cabinet members, all of them have a very good genuine thought of good for us. And it is our duty now to go for we make sure I now go forward towards every good citizens of Biafra. While we are doing so, when you're gonna get by you, blessing Chuku, they will. Kelechi Acheze, say good evening, my brother. You're welcome. As then we first said, good evening, good afternoon from my location. As then we fair, they will respect. Good afternoon, Biafrans. Give to KK from God. So what a nice music. Listen Chukwu says, I wish my people will know that we don't belong to Nigeria and join hands to get Biafra. Yoruba hate you. Confirm. I know something now. After tonight, every doubting Thomas, if you still remain doubting Thomas, may God just have a better understanding. The spirit of Biafra better understanding of what we are in for. And the time and the season on email. Because that's each now the morning. It's also where by nearly. You go. Jinana no the modern is also where by nearly. And I want to know the mod. The New Biafrans are not the mod. And use our common sense when we don't do things anyhow. So Jennifer, see you say when will the Igbos learn and know that they are not wanted in Lagos? Every time they will be destroying their properties, and tomorrow they will rebuild and continue to stay there. One day, don't worry. I'm gonna buy a house. Everyone told him here. I got new here by force. The Yoruba things are happening. Things are actually happening. The keepers are not like here by force. No, like I'm here by force. EJ one more. There were my sister. You're welcome. EJ. You're welcome. Highly welcome. Colleague. There were Frank Okoye said the fire incident that happened in Mandela's is pure economic sabotage against Biafra. Hello, confirm. Hello, Blessing Chukwu say yes, so I am blessed. Confirm. It is both a blessed. I from minimum more. Even I forget self who blessing. I forget who blessing. Ote bata forever na abalị a ndị niile kpọrọ afọ a blessing Chukwu anyị niile ga-awụ ndị agọziri agọzi n'abalị a n'afọ Chukwu ka abịa ma ise. So we are blessed having you, blessing Chukwu, blessed having you. I'm Martin Luma. You're welcome. He just says, Amaba. Confirm. The awareness continues for real. Says, and he just says, we ought to remain vigilant to for real. Yes. Confirm. Also, no time. No time. Yes, I'm tired of hearing the cry of my people in Lagos. It hurts. USB mega arrive. Everybody must bow to USB government. And then they rejected that USB arm. They are receiving plague. Only something on them now. Everybody that if you know this USB are USB only Oji into no way. If you know USB are Oji into no way. If you reject USB, you reject the good life. If you're a Biafra and you reject USB and you denounce USB and you are like you don't recognize USB and they were Biafra, you don't recognize this USB. In the midst of African and Ibonata, in the midst of Union and Nigeria Nemanya, Kohendo one Nemanya, you only wear Biafra, you don't recognize USB. One you go now Borono, you will now Borono. Chai, you're a Biafran and you don't recognize USB. Okay, if I got declare na Finland, this in the man USB. When the job got to if you go, you are lost. Only reject the USB. So if you are those individuals and you are here tonight, hearing the sound of our voice, you're only one of those that are rejecting USB. Child, it's time for you to start recognizing USB now. Not only recognizing, support you. Not only recognizing it, you recognize it and you must support it and promote it and be proud of it. You gotta be proud of USB. If you don't recognize USB, what do you gain? You will be a loser. Our Nigerian government will not get recognized. It's all right, no problem. You have your choice to make. You have your choice to make. So that is it. Yeah. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Yes, we are there now. This is our brother. And about Joseph Okechukwu. He predicted that Nigeria will separate in 2020. He predicted that Nigeria gets separated in 2027. That is his prediction. This one, our brother, most of us, this is our brother, about Joseph Okechukwu. The guy who Igbo Biafra. I ain't got what you could have there, but only one powerful message. I got China, I got a message. Yeah, then in that process, I am against the same of Joseph Okechukwu. The guy who knows you, but I am against the use. You got to go. I am against the guy using. But it's very important now. I ain't gonna afford this. I not afford this thing. Then go with a pen and paper. Now just got some certain point. You know to go. Then all we know anything of each other add up during the process. We are playing the thing. Then you now click the link and you render your rendition. Not are prepared for war. If you do Gawusa, to go prepared for war. And to go prepared for war. Seriously. You are prepared for war. That's my point. How to go prepared for war. So I don't know how to explain this, but let's just play it. Just I have a good idea now. I can say nothing. But meanwhile, let me put the link first. Let me put the link in case it. Let me put the link. Are we ready? Are we ready tonight? No, but we're ready. I get it. Okay, this is the link. It's a link. Divine Precious, I have to go with Divine Precious, and they will normal, they will welcome. They will Divine Precious. No me them. Ozibo. This Joseph, our brother. Joseph, our brother. The guy move for move for the network and move for the chat. No, so serious. The chat, my mama, no, the chat me. Woman who against injustice about Nigerian and Dibo. But during the time of election, you have to I bank at the guy in a problem. You have to go. We are not a I have to mayor. Let's go there. Let's listen.
They are talking about, but they are saying it in a politically correct way. War! And you, the Southerner, where is your preparation? We are complaining that we have some foreign terrorists that have infiltrated all our forests, every part of the South. They are getting supplies of both their food and their weapons constantly. We have generals coming on TV talking, telling people, go and protect yourself. How much protection have you gathered for yourselves? As we go up to 2027, you see, the North has rejected Tinubu. I want to put it correctly. I would say they have summarily rejected Tinubu. So, yeah, Tinubu might succeed in consolidating the structure in the South. But what about the North? And even if he leaves the North for the Northerners and still manage to say, I got middle belt, so I have won, they will still reject. So it's a lose-lose situation. So even if he wins, they will say he rigged it. And they will fight. And then what comes next? The division of Nigeria. And as Nigeria is dividing, if they don't get what they have invested in the South, they will destroy it.
This is the food that people with numb hands and feet are most afraid of. Yesterday, a fan who repurchased 11 times left a message saying that 1 pound of...
Especially come November, there is rumors all over the place that this government is nominating a just retired Court of Appeal judge who is known for notoriety to be the chairman of INEC. I wish it is not true, because if that man becomes the chairman of INEC, be rest assured that this government is inviting a civil war in this country.
You see all those your governors in southern Nigeria, and I know when I say south, you are excluding southeast. All those southeast governors, the ones you love, the ones you hate, every single one of them, they have all been APC-fied. 110%. The ones who have not declared openly for APC will do it very close to the election, or even if they don't declare openly, all the political structures will be collapsed for the president. It is done. You've not heard it from anywhere else. So mark it that this is the first time and the first guy to tell you that. All of them are leaning towards APC. Because APC, as far as the North is concerned, has been hijacked. It is now a Southern Revolutionary Party. Revolution, not the real revolution, though. It's a Southern party. It's now a Southern political structure, not a Northern party anymore. Now, it's going to be like the Southern Protectorate is about to go its separate ways. The Northern Protectorate is about to go its separate ways. And APC is the structure that is going to now help the South to pull out and go their separate ways. Now, there is a caveat to this. The North is saying we are not going to let Tinubu come back. Based on the allotment they have received from the colonial powers, their population is more, even though they are in that region where people are not supposed to have a lot of population. But their population is a lot. And they are going to use it. Politically, it hasn't been changed. No census has been done yet. So for them, if they can secure all of the North before 2027 and make sure that they carve it out and prevent Tinubu from getting any access, they have a lot. If they pick up a few North Central, Middle Belt states, they have a lot. Tinubu will then get stuck with the South alone. And if Tinubu is stuck with the South, do you know why Tinubu will not be too worried? Let me explain this to you. This is being played with the colonial powers. The colonials are trying to show the North that you guys are small boys. We are going to make you very jealous very soon. So what you see going in the South is not just a Tinubu smartness. It is not that, oh, he's very sagacious. The man is a... No, the colonials are doing everything to protect their interest in Nigeria. So where do you have all the oil wealth in Nigeria? Where do you have all the deposits of natural gas in Nigeria? You wonder why Imo was meant to be aligned with the power structure that rules from Abuja from day one. When was the last time a governor that is not aligned with the president's party ruled Imo State? You know why? Imo State is one of the richest states, not just in southern Nigeria, but in the whole country. Imo State has 200 plus trillion cubic feet of natural gas, proven reserve. Over 200 trillion cubic feet of natural gas, plus 163 oil wells or more in that.
Good now, I hope you guys are keeping the note. This is the very, just not going to keep the note.
Same state. Qatar has about 843 trillion cubic feet. And that is what they sell the most, which is what they've used to turn their country into a living heaven on earth. Imagine Imo State, and the figure I am giving you can never be the original. That's official figure. If you go to the real figure, it's probably be up to 400 trillion cubic feet of gas. Imagine that wealth. Imagine the wealth of the oil in the River State. Imagine the wealth of the oil in Delta. Imagine Abia. Imagine all these places. Meanwhile, as we were growing up, even up until recently, we all got to see that almost 80% or more of the oil wells in southern Nigeria, southeast, or whatever you call them, belong to the northerners, because those guys were the faces of the colonials. They were the ones who held the mantle for the colonial rulership in Nigeria. It's called neo-colonialism. Now, what will happen to all those oil wells? They will tell them, Oga, this thing you people are doing, remember, almost all your investments are in southern Nigeria. How many investments do you guys have in the north? Almost all your investments are in southern Nigeria. What are you going to do about this, sir? What are you going to do, northerners? What about the oil wells, which they are now even beginning to unbundle and decouple them from? They are now moving the oil wells for people, elements from the southwestern part of Nigeria. Have you noticed that one too? Tells you where all this oil money that we claim belong to individuals, where the monies go to. So I always say that the British are smarter than the French. The French will show you that they are on ground eating you, but the British will use people who look like you. You will never be able to point a finger to them. If you are not as sophisticated as some of us, you will know that all these companies and corporations you're seeing in your country that even have names of your language, that have your brothers and people you know as CEOs and chairmen, all of them are siphoning money and sending it to your colonial powers. So they are going to tell the North, hey, are you sure you want to do this? You want to play this game? There's so much to lose here. And by that time, the North will say, no, we're not going to lose anything. We're going to take what belongs to us. You are not born that you're going to deny us what we have worked for all these years. And what do they do then? They fight. That's why I told you that 2027 is going to be very chaotic, very violent. It's not going to be your usual election year. Quote me anytime, save this video. They're going to fight. They will fight seriously. They're already threatening that This is not going to be like when you will rig election and tell people to go to court. Let me read it for you. Let me read you. There's something I need to read this for you so you can see for yourself. This one is from where 2027 elections, go to court will no longer be tenable. Let me read you an excerpt. It says, any attempt by the government in power to manipulate the 2027 general elections will be resisted and should the polls or the results be tampered with, this would create dire consequences for the country, not for the politicians. For the country, Nigerians will resist any attempt by INEC returning officers to announce fake election results. So all those things that happened in 2023, they are all indirectly confessing now. They are saying, no, you cannot rig and tell us to go to court. That in 2027, nobody is ready to go to court. They will fight. When you see them saying these things, they say Nigerians will resist. They have plans to resist it, to fight it. It's war they are talking about. But they are saying it in a politically correct way. War! And you, the Southerner, where is your preparation? We are complaining that we have some foreign terrorists that have infiltrated all our forests, every part of the South. They are getting supplies of both their food and their weapons constantly. We have generals coming on TV talking, telling people, go and protect yourself. How much protection have you gathered for yourself? As we go up to 2027, you see, the North has rejected Tinubu. If I want to put it correctly, I would say they have summarily rejected Tinubu. So, yeah, Tinubu might succeed in consolidating the structure in the South. But what about the North? And even if he leaves the North for the Northerners and still manage to say, I got middle best, so I have won, they will still reject. So it's a lose-lose situation. So even if he wins, they will say he rigged it. And they will fight. And then what comes next? The division of Nigeria. And as Nigeria is dividing, if they don't get what they have invested in the South, they will destroy it. If we don't have it, you can have it. We're talking of a massive paradigm shift politically in Nigeria. No one is talking about it. It's huge. It's massive. That's why I say 1914, that curse of 1914 might be broken practically and pragmatically in 2027. It was supposed to be broken in 2014. We were supposed to come together and say, hey, guys, it's been 100 years. Are we together yet? No, we're not. The Igbo man is still being hated by the Yoruba man. The Hausa man just still hates the Yoruba man. Everybody hates everybody. We are incompatible from top to bottom. We are not together. The only thing our division serves is the purpose and the end of the colonial powers. Divide and conquer, divide and rule. They will just take a few of us, just like what happened during the days of slavery. They take a few of us, stupendously make them rich, fill them with so much wealth, give them houses in London and other places, and those ones will foolishly begin to betray and sell out anyhow. Even if you tell them to go and kill their mother, they will kill because of a few material endowments from the colonial powers. This is what we've been dealing with all along. That's why everybody is so excited about what is going on in the Sahel region, where we have young African men who have decided enough is enough. That whole game of selling out to the one who is our oppressor will never happen again. And this is why the North is fighting. Let me tell you this, because I don't want to miss this point. You see, I come from the South, and when I look at what is going on, under normal circumstances, let's say I don't know anything at all, but I'm just reading everything on face value, my first thinking and reaction will be, oh, we need to go with Tinubu now. Because look at so many things that the Northerners denied us then. We are not getting it. Can't you see that they're now building the coastal road? It's going to be the first highway ever, and it's connecting southwest and south-south. It's going to go through southeast. So the South has something that binds them together, and it is developmental in nature. Oh, so I should love this. What are you talking about? Look at now, they even made an announcement that the Enugu state government is going to start building railroads that will connect the One port from all the southeastern cities. So all the things we've never seen before, they're about to happen. Beautiful international airport is coming up in Enugu, and all these things. We never seen anything like this. We've never had it this good. So I should rejoice. That would have happened if I didn't know any better. But at the end of the day, the question is, when we have secured the South and built a new form of unity and alliance with ourselves in the South, and then let the Northerners go, who are we going to be owing our allegiance to? Are we going to be like the Sahel states of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic, who are now truly independent, or are we going to still continue to bow to the colonial powers who use IMF and World Bank every day to finish us? You saw when they were saying that Tinubu finished paying IMF loan. Do you know what Tinubu paid for? They used that IMF loan to buy this whole removing of oil subsidy. They use it. I'm going to play you a video to explain. Let me not explain it myself. Play you a video to explain to you what that IMF loan he paid back, took away from Nigeria, that can never be restored again. These people are canker worms and palmer worm. That's what I call IMF and World Bank. Canker worm and palmer worm. Dangerous demons.
Nigeria just finished paying back $3.4 billion loan to the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Great, right? Nope. Let me break it down. We got the money during COVID, just like many other African and global South countries. Then came the conditions: remove fuel subsidies, devalue the national currency, open the economy for more foreign control. What followed? Hunger, protests, broken systems. Now they are clapping because the debt is paid off. But what about the social debt? The lives broken, the schools unfunded, the food unaffordable. The IMF is not here to help us. It's here to restructure us into obedience. Nigeria paid back the money, but the real cost was our sovereignty.
Look at the poverty in the land. We are paying you back after stealing our destiny. But the thing you have done to us based on that money is still there remaining with us. Are we going to continue to be those people, even as the southern part of Nigeria? Are you separating from the north to become truly independent and cut all ties with the corporations of the colonial powers? That's not what you're about to do, and I am not going to be an advocate of that. Because if that happens, say for instance, the North will even say, hey, I don't care, take everything that we have. We are going our separate way. Because now for the first time in my life, I'm hearing the language of the Southeasterners from the Northerners. Oh, Nigeria has expired. Oh, we want to go our separate ways. I just read it for you. And when the North begins to say that they are not like all the other people that are held out, these were the people who held the power. So they still have a lot of power swags with them, so they can pull it off. They can. And if they pull it off, even if they abandon everything they have in the South and they go, mark my words, only a matter of just a few years, people from the southern part of Nigeria, the southern protectorate that has now been separated and broken apart, will be traveling to the north for greener pastures. Mark my word. If that happens, the south divides, goes its way, and the north goes its way. And the north now decides to align with Russia and become as independent as Niger Republic. In just a few years, people will be running from the south to the north to go and seek greener pasture, because it is better to be free with so little than to be a slave with so much. To gather all the gas and all the oil in the south, and you're still loyal to the colonial powers, but the north is now free. Few years, not up to 4 years, you will see people running from here, the southern part of Nigeria, and running to the north for greener pastures. We need to think twice about what is going on. We need to have leaders, not rulers, not sellouts, not puppets. We need to have people who are passionate about the freedom. You know how I look at puppets? Puppets are weaklings. They are people who have given up on trying for freedom. It takes a lot of balls.
Let's listen to this place one more time.
with so little than to be a slave with so much. And the North now decides to align with Russia and become as independent as Niger Republic. In just a few years, people will be running from the South to the North to go and seek greener pasture. Because it is better to be free with so little than to be a slave with so much to gather.
Coco, write it down. Better to be free with so little, to be a slave forever. These people have a very dangerous plan against us. Our people are not paying attention. I don't know the reason why. But in Nigeria as well, they will pay attention.
All the gas and all the oil in the South, and you're still loyal to the colonial powers, but the North is now free. Few years, not up to 4 years, you will see people running from here, the southern part of Nigeria, and running to the North for greener pastures. We need to think twice about what is going on. We need to have leaders, not rulers, not sellouts, not puppets. We need to have people who are passionate about the freedom. You know how I look at puppets? Puppets are weaklings. They are people who have given up on trying for freedom. It takes a lot of balls and strong will to say you want to be an activist, to say you want to hope against hope for freedom. If those boys and those men in the Sahel region did not hope against hope, if they did not hold on to hope, they would not have achieved the kind of mighty miracle we are seeing today. They used to tell you, if you are a political student, or if you know anything about current affairs, you know that they have never been let out of the news in the last few decades. All those nations in the Sahel. Every time they tell us, these guys are poor. They are the poorest in the world, especially Niger. Poorest in the world, Burkina Faso, poorest. Mali, these guys have so much gold, especially Mali and Burkina Faso, that it will make your heart quake. Yet, not a single gold reserve. France has, I think, the fourth or the fifth largest gold reserve in the world, yet there's not a single drop of gold in their own land because they have been ripping these nations off. They compel them to store up 85% of their own foreign currency reserve in Banque de France, which is in Paris. And when they need money, they will come back to the same bank and take back their own money as loan with a very high interest. This is what our people are dealing with. This is what Nigeria is going through in a different form, probably worse than that of the French colonies in Africa. And people are still being bold enough to say that, I love our politics. Whose politics? These are people who are cursed, and Mother Africa has arisen, and she will fight against every single one of them. Tinubu is fighting to consolidate the South, but the colonial disease of rivalry between Igbos and Yorubas is only gaining speed and steam. You know that in 2027 that all you've got, arguably, is not your Southwest, but Southeast. South-South, who are they? Igbos make up almost every part of South-South. They are everywhere. You have seen the ones from Edo State, Ibanke, saying, look, leave us, we are Igbos. You go to Kogi, you see them. Go to Rivers. And I went to see something in Imo State. You just walk, enter river. It's the same. They are Igbos. Forget Wicked that's talking trash. He's an Igbo man. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
How to sound louder. How to make my voice stronger. And why does my voice hurt when I speak?
You need them. But you are boldly still allowing this psychological warfare, this battle still going on between Yoruba and Igbo. You people, I saw one news about Fidelity Bank recently. I'm like, is this not tribally motivated? Because what I was saying was not looking good. And you want to come in 2027 and say you want to rely on these people. You people don't understand Igbo people. You push Igbos. When they hit the wall and back you, they are ready to die. They're not. Igbos allow a lot of punches. We take too many punches. Then once an Igbo man turns and says, I've had it, get ready to die. Because you and him will die there. No one has seen Igbos yet. The only time they saw Igbos was during the Biafran war, when they didn't think they were going to face a whole nation in war, and they did it. Since then, no one has seen the Igbo. Did they see Igbos again?
Message.
Nothing will exist in Nigeria. I can bet my life on it. Such a horrible calculation. From everything we can see, you know you don't have the North. You should be cutting the Igbos, not by going to give stuff to political appointments. There's even no political appointment. You're just giving contracts to existing governors. Well, name the political appointees that came from Igbo land today in Tinubu's government. Name it for me. But you know these are the people you are going to rely on for 2027. It will be very glorious to see how that manifests. So 2027, in a nutshell, is a time bomb, a ticking bomb waiting to explode. It's waiting. Just a tiny little, and then it explodes. But you see, after hearing all of this, you're saying, Joe, you have told me about this side, and you've told me about this side. So you're here.
I try to pay attention now. Pay attention now. You know, you put guitar now. Pay attention.
Where do you stand? I think by now you should know where I stand. If you ask me, anyone that will help us to separate from the colonial powers, that person is who I am with. But I don't.
I na see any for na corner, any for na corner, and the man has no culture on a to like a bake or quapo. As I want to young see that now, no blana Guinea, if one is separate this Nigeria from this colonial master Saja in on. No Kogeso. Listen.
Don't even know that either of these parties will be able to do it, even though the likelihood is more on the side of the North, because now they have broken with the colonial powers, obviously, which is why they feel so oppressed, and they feel like if we don't pull out of this union, we will all perish in the second term of Tinubu. They know they will perish in the second term. So for me, it is who it is that will give us freedom. As for the North, they are still searching. What party are we going to use? What candidate are we going to use? Many of them are even looking at P2B as a matter of fact. Have you heard that? I'll read you something that will surprise you. There's a guy called Majid Dahiru. They call him political columnist and public affairs analyst, Majid Dahiru. Here is a political columnist and public affairs analyst, Majid Dahiru, has said that the administration of President Bola Tinubu would come to an end in 2027 if former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai is able to mobilize northern political influencers to support Labour Party's P2B. Let me give you his direct quote. His direct quote says, if I may put it straight, the day El-Rufai decides and can galvanize the opinion molders in the north to zero in on P2B, for instance, as the candidate, that will be the end of the Tinubu administration, Dahiru said. It tells you how politically powerful and strategic that man, El-Rufai, is. As short as he is, that guy is politically powerful and relevant in the north. This is a person that somebody would have said, no, but why would Tinubu even break with someone like this? If he's such a powerful political guy, he should know that this is one guy in the north you shouldn't have any issues with. But maybe destiny is plotting our freedom without us knowing it. So they are going to P2B. If they go to P2B and Obi accepts it, it is going to be a massive upset for Tinubu. And I'm sure that the Tinubu camp right now is feeling very, very worried about this whole political calculation. But here's what I said before, and I'm going to say it again.
My sister EJ, you are in the studio already. EJ, do you want to say something now or later after they finish playing it?
Mazi, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, go ahead.
Okay,
Finish
okay.
up. Okay.
Okay.
One that is going to help us to break the curse of the forceful colonial amalgamation that has never worked for our own interest, but that has worked in the interest of the colonial powers. Anyone that will help us to become like Niger, like Burkina Faso, like Mali, that is the person who has my support. Since we are no longer able to sit down and discuss our own destiny, after dividing Africa like a piece of cake in Berlin and assigning names and borders to us, you still come internally and decide that we will never have a say in the affairs of our own lives and destinies. And generations are coming and going and bequeathing this madness and anomaly to children on board. It has got to a point where someone has to put his foot down and say, no, enough is enough. So I believe that maybe we couldn't do it ourselves, and destiny decided time has come. Just like time came for Africa. I used to tell people back in the days that in my lifetime, Africa will be free. They will say, Joe, forget it, never. It's never going to happen. They killed Patrice Lumumba. They killed Thomas Sankara. They killed Muammar Gaddafi. Who is going to save Africa? It's never going to happen. And I said, no, my faith is very resistant and resilient. Hasn't it happened in my lifetime? Ibrahim Traore is there for Burkina Faso. Assimi Goïta is there for Mali. Abdurrahman Chiane is there for Niger Republic, and you're telling me that more countries are not going to follow. Watch. That's all I can say to you. Watch. Who knows if it is going to be Nigeria's time in 2027? When the evils of the past will be corrected, and when true freedom will reign, and the people can understand what it means to govern themselves, have the autonomy they need to govern themselves. You take a lot of things that actually are needed in the regions and you shove them into what you call exclusive list, whereby if I want to build a seaport in the southern part of Nigeria or in eastern Nigeria, I will have to wait for the federal government to give me permission. If I want to build an international airport that will beat anyone that has ever been built, I will wait for permission. They took away our autonomy, took away everything from us, and gave us corporations that run all the puppets that they put in power. When I see people look at embassies as the presence of colonial powers in their countries, or maybe presence of the West, I laugh. The real colonial powers you have are the corporations, the Shells, the Mobiles, all these big, they are the real, that's what they call corporatocracy. These are the guys who rule you, who own, who decide who becomes president. The colonials breathe and speak and see through them. That's why the moment Ibrahim Traore came to power, first thing, kick them out, let go of them, dislodge and dismember IMF and World Bank, cut off the mind control propaganda machineries of the mainstream media, take over your natural resources, the mines, the oil wells, nationalize the wealth. You will become like Libya, that was called the poorest in the world, and later the same so-called poorest became the richest nation on the continent of Africa. People live better life in Libya than even people who live in the western part of the world. Before they now went and gave Libya their democracy, to where everything is dilapidated, where you have more than 50 to 70 terrorist organizations. That's their democracy. And while all that is going on, they are now stealing the same oil. And we say never again. So don't get me to come and support your stupidity of aligning still with the colonial powers and trying to play the local geopolitical rubbish that you guys always play, and your tribal misadventure that you always pull. All those things are tired and aged and retired and gone. We don't care about those things anymore. We are tired of all that rubbish. We want real, tangible leadership. Anybody who brings it, whether you're from the north, south, west, or east, you got my support. If Tinubu grows a pair tomorrow and say, you know what, I've had it, we're going to now set our people free. I know you guys are going to come for me and want to kill me. I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to set my people free. IMF, get out of here. World Bank, get out. France, get out. UK, out. You, out. If you want to come back, let's have a mutual agreement based on respect. We cannot exist alone. We want to exist with them. We want to do business with you, but not that you are going to be peeing and pooing on my head. Your leg is on my neck, and you tell me to accept that as a norm. Not again. Over.
Please, please, please stop using ChatGPT like Google.
So, in summary, that's my rant. 2027 going to be extremely mega chaotic. Make your plans. I'm telling you, when I tell you that people have had it, people have really had it. We live in a nation where terrorists, Boko Haram members, they kill and maim. Like they cut pregnant women's wombs and pull out the babies and kill the babies. There is no type of evil you can conceive that Boko Haram and all these terrorists have not done. Yet, we have a program in Nigeria where the same Boko Haram guys that we are told came from outside the country are made to go through so-called training program. And now they call them repentant Boko Haram and they reintegrate them into the society, telling them that they can actually become presidents. Jesus. This is true. Till tomorrow, they are still getting all of them, reintegrating them, and some of them are joining the force. There's one video I just posted. One of them was storing weapons from the military. He's a soldier working with the real soldiers. You can imagine how many of them are inside that military regiment. He will store weapons on his waist. There's a secret bag he put on his waist. He will take bullets, store them there, and then later, secretly, he will go and give it to Boko Haram members to come and fight. That's why recently we saw that Boko Haram went and took over an army base. They took it over, kidnapped, reportedly kidnapped. It is reported, kidnapped some soldiers, killed some, and burned out all the vehicles, and then took all the weapons there. Somebody posted that, and another person responded, "You are late. This one happened yesterday. They have actually taken over another military camps." What is the fate of the people? How would you be expecting people to wish to be in a country like this? This was the whole plan. This was the plan. A nation that is in reverse, that would never experience a forward motion movement. Never.
Just 1 minute remaining.
And that's what Nigeria has been since I have been alive. My parents lived and died complaining about Nigeria. Their own parents. It's been like that. This generation is the generation that changes it. And we are not alone. God is with us. So get ready for 2027 because it's about to go down for real. May God help you. May God help me, help us, give us the grace to be able to navigate these turbulent seasons ahead of us with wisdom. Love you as always, man. God bless you. Look forward to more updates. I pray I have the time, but if I do, I will.
Yes. Oguna. It's done. Ogugo. EJ. Are you there? You can now grab the mic. It's done. Ija, are you still there? Okay, oh no, up to go. Yeah, I watch about the video. I think we have had it, right? This message here now, this man, this our brother Pastor Eba now. He got from a very, very serious message. Very, very serious message. And they watch a message here, this our brother here now. You all know I paid their attention well from the beginning to the end. You can find that now. When we message here, is it not what we have been saying all this while? Is this message, is not the message COS, our DPM, they preach all this while? I'm going to fundraising. He's been hammering it. When you hear, they can just almost like copy and paste. This is the raw truth of the danger that is waiting that Nigeria. And our people, the Igbo Biafrans, among what is going on. Like kind of, there's some of our people are Biafrans. They are playing. Amana when the Nigerian na time bomb. And they watch this message, this our brother preach about Kita now. You want to preach about now. You know if you preach about was solid, but this guy in Elijah Kita now. Oh, one Igbo. Is this guy is an Igbo man? But when they tell me I'm going was introducing this guy, but let me reserve it for now. Come over, our people go do first. Our people are not here now. Divine Precious is here. Ocean Master is here, and let me bring them in. Ijoma is also here. EJ, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Mazi.
Okay, the mic is yours.
Mazi, a lot of stuff was said. You know, this was in accordance with what we were speaking about yesterday.
Exactly.
You know, so most of the things he said is not a new thing. It's the things we already know. You understand? Like that neo-colonialism stuff. They put they call the shot. I wanted their puppet all over. As in your last hand, like in your crew, fall legacy full time wuzi. But that on your gaze to na freedom na the person he's gonna follow somebody ga chon enye ga nya aka nwete ihe without I walk by one another like another form of restriction again. You understand? Right. Oh, you know, very, very vital here, which is ihe a ga-elebara anya, like Burkina Faso now. Ilanya, things are moving well for them. That don't mean that okay, you just want to be solely not on Onwegi. Because in the Burkina Faso, trust me, they must have signed something.
Yeah.
They must have signed one or two. Man, that don't mean they hanya forever. No. They will reach an agreement, they will do business together. So this is what we're also looking for. As our government is going about seeking for door opening, we are now looking into I know came by 60 years or 70 years. We don't want to get into that again. So the guy I don't know about all those imana Ilanya na Nigeria now ha claim na how democracy, ha na democracy. But how we Sharia law, they claim that ha na no secular state can enwe, but the hand we na-aga on with Sharia law na be ha. Then all the ka ha na preach all those secular states. Okay, na tana emere ihe ọbụla sọrọ nwe their own police. Then aside bia that's nothing na south east. Ya would reason why mewezie federal. Ihe ni na na-eme ọ ga na-abịa to federal. Ihe ni na ucha way of controlling. And ke ndị na-eme ihe a ndị ọcha ndị na-eme ihe a ha ndị ahụ puppet enwe ihe ha wụ. That's why sometimes the thing it boils me because I am on that we kind of restricted. We can't do much because ndị na-eme ihe a ndị na-arụ ala ni na ndị ọcha. But ha na-use ụmụnne anyị ebe a coach were very dangerous. Onye aka yesterday now they're using us. You know? Right. How use Ndidi Kamunagi, so you're not being threatened. You're not gonna question nothing. You're just gonna make a mumu. You follow instruction because you feel no one negi kagina ne make mana ebese pull string go far away. So we ought to come together. I why we back on me ha. But mepe anya anyị na ihe a na-ekwu onye a na-agwa ha get ready onye ndị general na-hapụta ha na-agwa unu get ready ihe ahụzi aba religion o ndị na-ahụ ndị Boko Haram ị na-ahụcha ndị awụ ndị ọcha na-enye ha ihe niile ha ji alụ ọgụ a just to put that pandemonium so that ka ha nwee ike na-abata na-eti chaos a ka ha nwee ike na-abata na amịrị ihe a ha na-amịrị ju ọ dụkwa hapụkwa na ihe religion sometimes yes anyị nwa ndị akpọgodoro ya asị according to ụmụ rubbish a like Christian nwekwere nke ha ndị ọbụla nwere nke ha mana ka anyị pay attention to the bigger picture, to the bigger screen. We ought to come together were ihe anyị a na-ewe ya n'ike aga enye gị ya na ihe a aga enye gị ya na peace a na-eme ihe peace na ihe a ị ga-ewere ya n'ike so anyị nwa ga-emepe anya anyị were ihe anyị n'ike ka m dewe ka m kwụsị ebe a maazị. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your submission on all the other straight. That was straight to the point. Divine Precious, can you hear me?
No, Mazi,
no, Mazi, instead of one number,
let me just try because one of those things, but I will be doing it. I'm sorry for the noise.
I'm an understand. I need much of family now.
So, yeah, my brother Joe Neku, Ima, this movement, Chineke Jackie, na-eme na ihe niile na-achị aga. Onye ọbụla na-follow this thing from the beginning. Okay, let me allow somebody to speak. Maybe after I'm this children, I'll come back.
Okay. It's all right. Control them first. I'm Ocean Master. Okay, it's regular Ocean Master. Before I'm going to go, a colleague already. So I'm on a platform. Oluchi, my God. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oluchi, my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You're welcome.
yes, I had I am not gonna hear that about that, but him and I won't today I some Okechukwu. And the problem I know, which is the same problem, ihe niile ahụ o kwuru here na ọ kwuru Biafra
ihe anyị niile machakwa ya
ahịa m na-agbanụ gị ihe niile ahụ ọ na-ekwu na ọkpụrụ Simon na ọkpụrụ ọbata obi aha si Finland what you did the same neo-colonialism ahụ ndị ahụ kwa na-eme ihe ahụ ugbu a ndị ahụ batara na the field na the same people batara na field ọ na-agbakwa anyị na ọ gwara anyị nwaanyị ha ji jide ọbata obi ya
nwanne ịmara ewekwana just pause go there ịmara ihe anyị kwupụta na ịchọsụ ma ọgba ma ebe mbere ịmara ihe anyị kwupụta ya ọ mere n'isi nwa ji ekwupụta vidiyo a asụ ka m akọcha nnọọ ihe niile efe ọ na-akọ ọkwa onye agwa onye Igbo dị ha then ọkọchakwa ihe niile a he didn't mention about Simon Ekpa and he didn't mention about USB. He did not even mention USB.
Yes. The same here, also gị ya chọga ndị ga-enye gị freedom na ahụhụ freedom ndị ọcha ga-akọntrol. Elekwana ihe Nnamdi Kanu tụga kemgbe ụwa. Ọkwa ka anyị were ihe anyị o kwuru otu obodo anyị ga-adị.
Anyị nwekwara USB.
Yes. Ihe onwe na-ekwu okwu ọhụhụ maapụ ọbata obi esere otu Biafra ga-adị. Did you not see it? Our man and Dr. Ngozi Arabreze so onye ọbụla let us come together. O nwere big network. Ọ ma Donald Trump ihe a ga-akwụore n'ihe okwu sị ha lekwe Biafra abịago. Na I need support na ka anyị nwee ike laa taa na echi. My brother, let me tell you, several times, they ask Ndibo the wise. I think, to be honest, they are, but you see, the level of foolishness in Ndibo, all the overwhelming Mauro in the grad school. Because Joseph Okechukwu who in Nollywood actor like Raphael Ajarobisha. Honor here. Kemgbe Ejo Nnamdi Kanu have this man with a platform about the world. Even those who are not supporting USB, be a military veteran, the whole of America, on I better Nigeria man Nnamdi Kanu were caught. Heavy platform. Ala Nnamdi Kanu nọ ya before. Ọ bata obi ekweni ka echi a. Ihe niile okete niile ọ bata obi ekpara. Mapụrụ niile ọ bata obi esere Musa ji baa the whole world ga nyere ya ka even na Simon anaraghị space. Let me tell you, this is why some of our brothers na social media ha say this division. Now, I want to ask people, kedu onye mere division now? Who are the people who brought this division? And some people na-ekwu this division. Ndị nnọkwukwa na gọọmenti before anyị nwa esokwa ha. Gị ha na-asị gị abịa together. Mgbe mmadụ pụtara na social media ya elecha Dr. Abueze. Lecha nwaanyị deklara nwanne naanị ihe ahụ o mere lon Uche Okechukwu ka Joseph Okechukwu Ọma na Biafra enwene documents.
Amanumo.
No. Ọma na ihe enwego documents to show the world. Ya kpọrọ Dr. Rabeze si ya biko nwanne m eleni documents mgba nye m ke akpa butu ụzọ si Dr. Rabeze ga-enyegodi ya documents ka ya hụ ihe o ji o weta ya hụ ya na tebụl ya ewerekwa enye ya apụta na-asị gị division olo ndị vote division na how does division there is nothing concerning USD concern division it was people choga their own ndị choja ndị ma ihe mere ọbata obie ndị ma how long this case ọbata obie will last Dr. Rabeze amadịghị n'ihe a ga-eru this extent but to these people what is why they are doing what they are doing ịchọrọ ịgba m na oge nkere amaghị na ihe gadra gị like this ị na-epụtara onwe this heavily like this change document the same thing ha mere na IPOB mere wepụ aha Nnamdi Kanu na redio Biafra ọkwa ha ọbata obi chọpụtara time ama m ha weghachiri ya back so actually I'm that about a long time but I want to use this medium otu ya si lee ya ka o chikwa otu ọwa onye Igbo ka onye chikwa otu a gaa anyị ntị n'okwu a ga-ekwu n'abalị a that na ọ pụtara na-agwa anyị ihe anyị ma maka ọwụ Nollywood ole ebe ọ gara skuulu ke
gagazuru meseji anyị zụcha meseji anyị
compile bịa na-akụrụ anyị let him tell Tinubu ya call Tinubu out to release Nnamdi Kanu ya gba Finland that this game they're playing will not hold water because it will not hold water you kwesịrị ịkpọ Dr. Rabeze si ya my sister iburula gafa lee otu ha si enyere gị aka I need refund ya abịaghị akụrụ anyị story ọma ha na aka anyị mesa mmanụ na ekwe etiele ọnwa ha dị a olechara US bịa even ọbata obie na Hamadike ọgọdị na ọbata obie pụta today si Dr. Ngozi Rabeze mgbajide ihe ka m zuru ike anyị ala the last thing Rabeze ga-emewu to concede to onye ọcha ọbụla iwere ihe anyị nwere it will not work. So my brother, I like I agree me from beginning to the end. Before I've listened to this before, but when I listen to a lot of people, what I do is I laugh because you see this story on Accra now. We already know this story. We already know the game. I'm on the level of gas deposit now. Ọma na ndị China gwugo oyi na Anambra steeti na onwe adịa ọkpụrụ Ebonyi steeti ọbata obi ọwa gbaba deposit every state 36 steeti nwere na their home ọbata obi akpọgara the whole world the whole resources not everybody grant
Divine Precious, thank you so much, Oluchiwa God. That was so much sense. Divine Precious, can you hear me? Are you free now?
Yes, let me try. Ịma na nke ikpeazụ anụnwa onye ọbụla anya satụatụ ụmụ Biafra unu ụdị shapụ dị na brain ndị mmadụ kịta Chineke na-ebugo Chineke na-ekwere ihe ọjọọ onye ọbụla na-eme na ya adịka shap ị na-ege ihe ọ na-ekwu ọ bụrụ na itobugo n'ihe a na-eme ọ dịghị ka okwuke gịnị ịghọta okwuke mbụ okwu ya amaka and o kwuru a lot of things mana the same thing anụnwa gị ta onye ọbụla na pinpoint ka m nọ na-ekwu in my mind when all this thing ọ na-play nnajụ why nyanwa bidoro with our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu dị maka Maazị ọ na-ebu ya as amụma den na nke a ga-eme na nke kịta ka o seti nọ na ọkwa kịta ihe ejide ekwu ihe anụnwa bụ ka onye ọbụla mụrụ anya and the one thing with this government in fact anyị ga na-ekpesiri ha ekpere ike ndị a they are doing wonders anyị amarọ because na our place forget about all this noise na-eme I'm telling you honestly truth hear the calm maka ịma na mgbe abịa after every declare abịa not to be all this massacre. If I now butcher them mother like an animal. Mana ozugbo this woman no take it some action. Even na we any like an show, but enwelu serious quit of all those nasty butchers. Amam na ndị mmadụ notice that thing for long now. Okay, well, do na aka na enwekwe bete. Ọ bụrụzi to that extent. Ogwe mgbe ọ bịa dị ka ọ chọrọ ịdị too bad. Mgbe anụ nwa ndị fallback bịa na threaten anyhow. Na threaten na-eme ihe na. Ọ bụrụ dia care abụghị dị ka ha take care of ndị be anyị. No, ha na force ndị ihe na to be dealing with people. Ka we na attack ya no this woman. And na akpụ ya nje mana thank God na nwanyị bụ no agụ nwanyị agbazuo na nwanyị. Wee mara ihe ọ ga-eme n'oge. Wee nwee this decentralization of military. O wee help anyị. So na ihe a niile kịta anụnwa ndị mmadụ na-apụtazi at this end time na-akọ ma nke ha ma nke ha na-amarọ somehow ọ bụ guessing ma ndị ga-abịa dịka ha eburu amụma chee na o nwee ihe ọ na-eburu nye nwekwa ụzọ na ndị amụma before ka emezi kịta dịka onye ezi oli ọja da-afụtazichacha just like my brother kwuchere okwu kịta na-ekwu onwezi ihe ọ fụtara niile ihe niile our PM mere onweghị onwe ike ikwu about it onweghị onwe ike ikwu about USC ndị ka jigodi the key kịta na-emechi ihe ike ihe a na-afụ n'anya na Igbo oke kịta agbatacha ọsọ a kịta ọkwa ndị oke onye ọ ga-eso bụ ndị nwetara ihe mana o nwere platform ọ ga-eji wee na-enyere aka ka ndị na-adị confuse ọ ma ekwu okwu ọfụma ifugo ihe a mere ndị be anyị our freedom ji wee dị very difficult. Mana I thank God.
If you no be me, no go be you.
Ihe mama adịbụ ihe onye nwa ji wee because o sovu n'ihe a na-eme mgbe our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu since ejidekwe Nnamdi Kanu ya nwere ite ụdị ekwuzi enweghị ike ịkọrọ ihe mere na o ji adịghị ebuzi amụma ọ na-ebu before mana kochi na wee dị ihe m na-agwa ndị be anyị bụ na Chineke na-abịa God because onye ọbụla na-afụ the end of it maka somehow onye ama ka ọ bụ mana ihe gburu ndị be anyị bụ fear of the fear of the they don't want enweghị ike ịkọwa ihe o ji ada afụta nke bụ eziokwu ma ọ bụ onye Chineke ji arụ ọrịa kịta azụ onye amụma ọ bụ ịghọta ọkwa na ha ebu ama nke 2027 mana nke ọ na-afụ kịta nwayọ ọma nji wee point the fact nọ na nke ọ na-afụ kịta so na ihe dị dị bụ na ihe ọbụla anyị na-anọ kịta onye ude amụma onye ọbụla sọkwa anya bụrụ onye ọsọkwa ya bụrụ onye highest mma na-ebu just ihe m na-agwa ndị be anyị bụ anyị ga-eteche anyị just na-ene ka Chukwu ga-esi wee finish ka ọ chịkwa gị na ya maka ihe a ga-esi wee end ya mana isi ị ga-ama bụ na this USB gọọmenti anyị ma nọ ihe ọbụla na-eme nọ ebe a ka Chukwu nọ wee na-eme ihe ọ na-eme anọ ya na-ebukwe nra amụma ma onye na-asị na ọ ga-esi ụta ihe a na-eme kịta bụ ihe ahụ ha na-afụ ga-eme n'ọdịnihu and your own is to do your part ịmara ihe ị ga-emenwu to make this thing ka ọ gaa ọsịsọ and ịma na tụnye a sị na ị nwere much that little can go a long way that obere anyị onye ka ha ji eme ihe niile ha ga-eme kịta to castigate ndị ọbụla ije na social media ihe na-ewu kịta bụ mmadụ ejezi na ndị terrorist ndị na-asọpọtụ ndị a na-egbuchechi mmadụ na ịfọ na nke Simon ebe ịfọ na nke Nnamdi eme na ha na-egbute hapụ ha nwa bụ ihe ga-aka ofu the problem ha tag wazie ha na ọha nwa na-eme ihe na-eme so chụka demoralize ndị na-eweta ka e wee nyere aka na the land mana tengo na ndị be anyị dị wise onwere onye a na-alapụ and ndị gọọmenti anyị ọjọkwanụ stupid ya hafụ ịma ihe ha kwesịrị ime ọ bụrụ the right place chọ ka ha mata na ndị anyị na ha kaso aka anyị na ha kasokwa until ihe niile adị exposed so onwezi onye niile ịgwa na ndị DOS mgbe ha mere nke ha na ndị nke a emekwa ọzọ mana to go be the glory na uche ndị o ji arụ ọrụ nọ n'ime ya n'oge ha made the needful hapụ ịbụ na by now akara ị na-ata gị atụ gị tụma mana Chineke zigara ka ya separate the government from that ihe akara ime kịta maka onye ọkara ibu the worst mistake akara ime to connive chee na gị na ndị gị na ha na-eme ihe so ịma ha na ndị a onwegokwa ihe a na-emezi n'azụ mana Chineke na-ebido n'oge reveal all this thing to them be careful na-enyokwa ha even onye si ka eweta document ọma anya ihe bụ document ọma nke bụ original na nke bụ fake so all those things no Chineke ejigoro aka ya na-arụ this thing yes ihe ọ ga-abụ enye ya document ọma nke bụ original na onwe nke ọ ghọta so mana as God may have it onye tụkwa na ya amarọ nke bụ eziokwu ịma na ị na-aghọrọ onwe because many exposition adịgo now to tell you nke bụ eziokwu na nke bụ asị ka anyị na-agakwa ka anyị na-aga n'ubi ka ji n'aka ihe mma bụ na nke ikpeazụ anụwa God have come to deliver us mgbe na-adịghị anya anyị ga-etu hallelujah. Thank you very much, my brother.
On point, divine precious, on point. Now, Ocean Master, Ocean Master, Ocean Master, money, Ocean Master. It's a now, Ocean Master. Go later.
Ganirin Suadro.
Okay, because you one of the colleagues here, go and give my man, I need a special time. Triple M, can you hear me? Triple M, G, General Triple M. Agabezi gara atom ka mbuna tirego atom ka mbuna kuchagodi agabezi gara this our brother is in abali ya amunu mu ozi choice ya
yeah can hear you brother kwa mchere
na nwanne ekwu triple M ọ bụ mic na ri Biafra kwara ngo
ọ bụ na onwe onye chere izigoro ozi udo dịkwa gburu nwekwa n'aka na ya udo dịrị mmadụ
mba asụmụ kuchagodi ana m ezigara that our brother is because I'm going to this video about that video ya and see can share
okay, greetings to you all my genuine fellow Biafrans. Biafra said of Sagasera again in the Almighty Emmanuel. In the comment section, in our house, I greet each and every one of us. Ndị baye ndị hụ onwe ha si ndị Biafra more especially hụ ndị ke bụ ndị Igbo ịhụ ha they always claim right ime na nke ha na-eme ka mma they find it so difficult to join onye na-eme ihe na-aga aga they will come and say they will come out to pillar the folk no on ground kwucha otogishi oteshi eme ihe ọjọọ oteshi eme ihe na nwanne jona ha solution ha nweghị but they will be eager to fight anybody that come and stood up to fight that which they failed to fight on. Ha ga-abịa condemn onye ahụ. Tomorrow you see them coming and shouting na na-eme ha nke a na-eme ha nke ọzọ. But why fighting the person? At a point, Abraham na asịrị maazị Nnamdi Kanu, amaghị m ihe o ji wee ọ nara ha that 5 state ahụ ka anyị lawagodi ndị ọzọ ga-abịa mgbe ochi nwụrụ ha n'anya. Oge izi ahụ Buhari nyere this offer, go with your 5 states. Nwanne agụrụ aga egbu anyị.
Yes.
Ndị ka ọzọ anyị na ha nọ nso ha hụ ka anyị si wee nọrọ nobody will force they will be forced to come and join us.
Exactly.
Mana o megene ya n'ose na Chukwu oke abịa masị ya na ya agaghị enwe onye ga-ahapụ akwa ya ka anyị ji ata ahụhụ a ndị ọ gaghị ịhụna ya mana ọwụ ya nwawo ọwụ ebe ọwụ Chukwu oke abịa ma gwara ya no problem ihe anyị mawo ihe ojikwere eme ya bụ o nwere ka anyị were otu ahụ anyị nọ na ndị iro gbara anyị okirikiri anọ ha everywhere anyị amaghị ebe ha ga-echi na-ata anyị winch Chukwu ma nke ka mma ịgwa gị nke bụ eziokwu we can't blame God, we can't question God. Chukwu ma nke ka mma mana my warning to our people ndị si na ha wụ ndị na-ahụ ụzọ ma wụ ndị na-akọ nke ọbụla ha na-akọ nwanne they should allow those fighting for freedom if they feel that ebe ahụ ha nọ ha dị ha mma ha tigoro n'okwu akwazu gọọmenti ga-aga mee peace talk with ndị terrorist abịakwa the occasion we ha bichakwa their armories which na-eshokesi ya na flash ya mana iwu innocent people na-aga n'ụzọ in fact iwu genuine person on the road you are in trouble and people are still protecting such an entity. People are still standing by on that particular shenanigan called a country. whether they believe it or not, ekwere ha omekwe ha nwanne USB ewetagoro anyị Biafra.
Exactly.
Mana ọwụ nke onye ọbụla na-eme anyị na-agụkọ ya maka echi. O nwere one man ebe m watch that video na platform Brother Chigbo. That man, the man no Germany, the man. He fought our PM. Ọ gbara afọ ọnụ white.
Biafran child,
Biafran child. Enwere that man. Na Germany ka
okay, nke a nwere isi nkwọcha nwere ajọ ọnụ white. Onye awo okoko na onye awo ezigbote efulefu, onye awo sabo.
Data gavu ahụ nwere video ihe ha ogburu ọhụrụ na data our brother reply ya. Si na ya amaghị onye ọya ma ya amaghị otu o si wee kwado ya amaghị even anaghị anụ aha ya ka ele ebe ọ garala ya na maazị ebe ọ nara ya na maazị Nnamdi Kanu tọkpụrụ ịkpọwa Odumegwu Ojukwu aha isi ndị niile na-fight for ihe Biafra wụsa coward. Ịhụla ya. So all these things they need to show their faces ka anyị mara ndị ha wụ. That's why when the man said we want all the enemies of Biafra to show their faces. Let's pay them head on. Ka ọ ga-agwụ echi nwanne anyị lụcha ihe a ghọtaba anyị ndị agha anyị mara ndị ha wụ. Constitution Biafra ga-edome ebe ha ga-anọ. So don't be surprised. We can't be surprised in whatever thing we see today because Chukwu Okebima should show ya. Ka anyị mara ndị bụ ndị. We are still in the era of selecting the wheat from the chaff. And if they are not being selected completely, when I have our full freedom, I got one hundred and how will kick out I know I can't go to Malaysia. Only way to see a G2 grow ya domea that may be to Biafran lordship. Ya will not gaga proka ya will not gaga gaiji dodo tia no na mo boy herum a mayor. Onye ọbụla ekete ụgwọ ọrụ ya. Enough is enough. Or they believe that too much. And you can't see them condemn anything. They plan mere. You can't see them. Ebu elibu ala. Ije ahụ ka ha kwuru okwu. Mana mgbe ọ na-abịa na nke ọrụ ụlọ give ha mere special from their hole. They na-akwụ eri. Anyway, my brother. Agadi nwaanyị na-ere anwụrụ enweghị ọdọ ọba aka n'ọga ahụ. Continue, let's move.
Thank God no man understand no what no this no the noise potential. The guy said a lot of good things, but he didn't know he didn't. I was expecting him to touch USB and touch about some but he didn't talk about it. Much engaged using Abelia, so guys, Chawagodozi. Ocean Master, you can now grab the mic. Mazi Chin Africa and go. I will be right. Ocean Master will now speak. Ocean Master, the mic is yours.
They will. Mazi Exodus, the man that preached the redemption message. You're always on point, bringing the good news to Biafrans. I thank you once more. And I greet all the men on the studio, those listening, and the comment sections. I greet you all. And I salute Biafrans according by your time zone. Remember, blessed as you listen to us. Mazi Exodus, the brother that you played his voice, his video, I think his name is okay, right? Is that okay? Or what?
Okay, Joseph, yeah.
Okay, Joseph, yeah. Okay, yeah. Biafrans.
Former obedient Pekin, former obedient.
Yeah. I used to listen to that guy. Sometimes I forgot if he's on X or on YouTube. I forgot. That guy is sound. He's wise. He's intelligent, and he's very smart. Brilliant. You see, and that guy have voice. Because I listened to his program so many times. Now, what the guy said here have proven that this guy have been listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so much.
Even DPM.
This guy have been listening to Mazi Simon Ekpa. And I am convinced that this guy is following the United States of Biafra declared.
I'm telling you,
Automatically, he's listening to DPM.
I don't
So
like that.
he spoke well, very, very well. But and then I compliment him for that because we need people like him so that we will have many mad people like us as well.
Yeah.
Like what Mazen Nandekano said when Mazen Simon Ekpa was convicted. So the only thing that I see that is missing from what is said here is the guy, is trying to be tactical, maybe political or logical. He doesn't want to be direct on his message. He sent a very clear message and signal. And if you ask me, I will tell you where he pays his allegiance. We all knows those who are fighting for Biafra, for the liberation of our nation. Everybody knows about that. It's not in contest. It is not in question. So I believe that the guy knows what I mean, but he didn't come open to see it. Yes, here I am, or this and that. Maybe because of one reason or the other. Some people, knows what they want. They knows what's supposed to be or what they're supposed to say. But somehow, out of fear, doubt, or cowardness, they refuse to say it the way it is, the way we are bluntly saying it here. Just like what Martin and Karama Simon Ekpa say, they made their stand clear. But I want to tell that our brother, okay, Joseph, my brother, you are a Biafra. No matter the eyes you see it, even if you accept it or not, in the eyes of those who look at us, who took us to be an enemy to them, which we never intend to be,
Yes.
you are a Biafran. In their eye, just like me, just like every other person in the old Biafra map, that is old Eastern region, they see us in the same. The clear evidence on this, they don't separate you, Ijo man, from Igbo man. They don't separate you, Ibibio man, from Igbo man. They don't separate you, Eka man, from Igbo man. They don't separate you, Anioma, Idoma. They don't separate you, Igala. They don't separate you, Ishan. They don't separate you, Delta. They don't separate you, Bayasa. They don't separate Cross River, Ekom. They don't separate Calabar. They don't separate you from Biafra. They all calls you Biafra. So they don't know if you're Igbo man or not. So my brother Okechukwu Joseph, you see, you are man enough. So man up as well. You've seen what is going on. With your mouth, you have predicted that Nigeria will break by 2027, which is next 2 years, right? Just almost 2 years. 2 years, not up to 2 years anyway. You have predicted that. If you know what you know or what prepared you to say that, then why not you come out and stand where you know that is good for you, where your brothers are standing? Come out open and clean. Nobody dies. Even if somebody dies, that means you didn't die like a coward. Watch what is going on today. You said it on your program. If non-terrorists that have killed a lot of Nigerian military generals, armies, and have killed people in numbers, this guy have sacked towns and villages and occupied them as we are talking. If he can be bold enough, comes out on a meeting as he was called for peace talk or peace negotiation. He came with his men, with his entourage. They came with their vehicles, with whatever they came. They came with their ammunitions. We are not talking about only AK-47. You see the kind of ammunition they carry, and look at what the guy loaded on his body. He said that he's not afraid of death. Just imagine somebody who is doing wrong in this 25th century, somebody who is stealing people, killing people, taking their lands, say that he's not afraid to die. That is bold. That is bold on what he's doing. What about you and me? And look at it. The northern governors, I think this thing happened either in Castina, yes, in Castina governor, or the cantonment or barrack that is there, or whatever that is there. The militaries are there, police are there, DSS are there, all the security apparatus, they are there. Nobody dare to interrupt or interject while the guy was talking, even with his military cap. Army who used to beat people on the street, who used to, disgrace people, naked people, do what all manner of rubbish to people who buy okreka camouflage. That is normal. They could not even utter a word that the guy should remove the military barrier that he's using. Or why are you carrying this unconventional weapon? Nobody did that. And after all, the guy went. He went the way he came, without any scratch. And in the next minute, what is this guy? Is that not Gulak? What is this guy? Shehu, oh my God. What is this guy that? No, this guy that negotiates for them.
Shegumi.
Shegumi, yes. When he went back, Shegumi came out and asked Nigerian security, Nigerian federal government, that they should not provoke the terrorist, the so-called bandit terrorist. That is a sound warning to the federal troop, to the federal government, that they should not provoke. Do you understand when I tell you that you should not provoke me? Biafrans, you know what that means. And nobody cough. I learned that the president of the zoo said that if he talk, they will kill him. I say, wow! If that is truth, the world need to question the federal government of Nigeria. The world need to question the federal government of Nigeria for harboring and sponsoring terrorists in African nation and the world at large. Now, this guy unveiled all these ammunitions in his state where he went for this negotiation. What does that tell you? He have proven to that state that I have conquered you. You are under my control. Whatever I say you should do, you should do. In the presence of the military. This is the guy, the most wanted, one of the most wanted terrorists. I think they said it's number 9 or number 8 or 7. I don't know. Most wanted. And he came out, he spoke with all the ammunitions, and he told the people that get the fuck out of here, that nobody can do him anything. Now, what does that tell you? That these people, they have taken control. That is what it is. Now, bring it down in what is happening in Biafran land. You see, we have political problem, serious political problem, in the sense of those who call themselves politicians in Biafra land, those who call themselves governors, senators, representatives, and all of them that will I call it shenanigan elected the illegitimate governors and all their cohorts. These people are under bondage, and that bondage is not because they are on bondage. This bondage is because them themselves are the bondage themselves unto themselves, and by so doing, extended to the people that they said that they are leading. What do I mean? Tell me on this planet Earth, how will a man who is contesting or who want to contest as Enugu government, as Anambra state government, Ebonyi state government, Imo state government, or Abia, or Iguacha, Bayelsa, Cross Rivers, Delta, and so on and so forth. Calabar, tell me why this person has to travel from his state to north to begins to have handshake, use two hands to shake a man in Castana, a man in Zamfara, a man in Sokoto, a man in Niger State, a man in Meduguri, a man in Kaduna, and via. Tell me why you will walk out with your two legs, go there, use your two hands. This person is bringing one hand to shake you, you bring two hands and shake, then most of them bow, they prostrate, they bow before them. This one happens on the camera, then they go in for discussions. There they give them commands, what and what that they're going to be, they're going to do. And you see them behaving in that manner. That is why you will see Flanaman being special advisor to governors, signing check in Eastern region for governors. It have happened many times. That is why you see them talking, whatever project they want to carry out, they have to go and seek validation from the north. That is the slavery. That is you cage yourself by yourself. Now, turn it down. The North, when they are seeking for their appointment or whatever, or their governorship or what, Ganduje did not come, for example, from Kano State to seek for validation to be of Onitsha. To Uzuoka, he did not go to seek validation from His Royal Majesty in Iguacha or in Abia State. He did not go to pay any homage to any of the Southeast traditional rulers. So El Rufai, so all them that in the north. But we see our people, the Lebantin, so proud to run to the north to say, here we are your bondage. We are happily on your bond. So these are part of the biggest problem that we have. And remember, these politicians, they are our bigger problem. Exactly. They are the people who are consumed the killings, all the brouhaha, all the rubbish, all the mayhem that is going on in our land. They connive with Fulani people because they are aware that Fulanis are in our bushes committing this nuisance, and they keep silent. Biafrans, imagine you as a Biafran. You go to north today or you go to Yoruba land, you just went to their forest, occupy any of the land, just occupy to farm, not to just farm, normal farming, or put kiosks that you're inside the bush that you want to do business there. Your gaze is as good as mine. What will happen to you? Now tell me on this planet Earth that these people, they are aware of what is going on and they keep silent. Now, even when we, the Biafrans, said no, you cannot continue killing our women, our mothers, our sisters, raping them. You cannot continue killing our fathers, our young and old. You cannot continue killing us. What do? They come after you. You see them with their mighty. The militaries, they come after you. So these politicians, they are the biggest headache that we have. Now, I want to go from the topic that I just started from this our brother because he spoke last. I want to go to the issue of Nigeria. You see, if you remember, America have predicted the disintegration of Nigeria, I think by 2030 or 2035, if I'm not mistaken. But you look at it, that prediction is fast approaching. I think it's going to happen before that time. If you look at the scenario, the happening in Nigeria today as we are talking, it will tell you that time is faster ticking. Just like the what you played here, what that our brother said. Look at the North. The North have said, and they know that they know the game. They have said that if there's any rig in 2027, that they will not accept it, that they will fight. And they are not missing war. They are not joking. They are getting ready on daily basis. Now, we the Biafrans, those who say that they are illegitimate governors, what have they done? How prepared are they? Who is the GOC in 82 divisions? In 103 artillery? Who is the one in Imo State, in Abia State? At the Calabar, who are controlling the Fulanis? Then how can you give order if any eventuality? How can you seize the material that you have to work in case of incapacities? Our people need to wake up. And let me come to the issue of Nigeria. You see, Nigeria amalgamation, the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914 is very faulty and false. We all remember, because Mazin Nandi kind of have taught us all those things, the way Nigeria was, forced into this marriage, and again, a woman named us Niger area, Flora Shaw. Why Nigeria was a real company, a real Niger company of Britain. So we are franchised to them. We are just company to the British colony. Now they baptized us by giving us this name Nigeria in 1914 to continue doing what they are doing, which is part of what we are suffering today. Because somebody said it here, or that I think that guy plays it here. If you look at Chevron, all this Ajib, all these oil companies that are there, can you give an account the barrels, how many barrels of oil that goes out from Biafra land on daily basis, on weekly basis, on monthly basis, or annual basis? Nigerian did not know the number, the actual number of the barrels of oil that goes out. They don't give the account. That is where the Western world plays their game. That is where Britain and France plays their game very well. That is the money that they are using to fund these criminals, these terrorists against us. And they are using it to make their place better like heaven and impoverishing Africa. that is so painful. And I want to say this, though all of us, most of us are aware of that. France, Britain, they are the devil of Africa today. Mostly, they are the people who are holding us down. If you look at the first election that happens in Nigeria, that election that was conducted was rigged in favor of Fulanis by the colonial masters. If you go by the history, we don't have Fulanis. Fulanis, they just came in. They are just few in number. Even they are few in number in the world. How comes they win election in Nigeria in those days? So there is a very big problem that we need to tackle. Just like what the Mali Burkina Faso did. It is a wake-up call to Africa, every part of Africa. And when we are talking about Africa, the Africa we are talking is human beings. It is me and you that will make it possible. It's not the sun, it's not the truth, it's not the tree. It is we the human. Now, this guy talk about is that new colonialism? You see, Biafrans, we all know, we have all listened to the messages of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have listened to the messages of Mazi Simon Ekpa in that of GPM. And I want to assure all of us, with these three people in place in Africa at large, trust me, with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and DPM in position, there will be nothing like new colonialism in Biafra. Any country that wants to do any business, that want anything from Biafra, will get it. It will get it with two genuine cause, two business of give and take, two trade by barter. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been preaching this. Mazi Simon Ekpa have been preaching this. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the state asked them that even they need oil. Some of these people, the oil can be given them free because we have it in quantum. Now, I want to conclude by saying that, you see, since I was born, those who live around Abia State, Anambra State, Imo State, some other part, if you stay in your place, in your village, every night, starting from 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, look up. If you look up, you will be seeing there's fire that goes on from Uguta, I think from Uguta, in the Uguta, Ngudi, that as you will see the fire going. Since I was born, that fire have been burning till date. That is gas, natural gas, moving, going. Think about that. That will tell you the quantum of gas, because somebody said how many 100 million cubic of gas or what. But that will tell you that the quantity of gas that is deposited in that area is far more bigger than what was quoted. Then I wouldn't go to the one that was discovered at Enugu 2 years ago, where one university they're trying to build one university towards Ugogunike. I wouldn't talk about the oil that is in Anambra State, gas deposit as well, and other minerals. You will not talk about the one in Abia State. Abia State have a lot of oils and other minerals. You wouldn't talk about the one, these people, the politics they play with us. They cut some of the states, some part of Imo State where the oil were, and joined them to Bayelsa under this fraudulent man called what is his name? This man of Imo State, yes, they cut grant that portion to to Port Harcourt during the tenure of Wite, Jensen Wite. So we have a whole lot. Now, I want to summarize by saying that I have said it here that me and you will make things happen. The government of USB redeclared are working tirelessly day and night. We are seeing the evidence. Recently, we have saw the recognition from Italy. Once they accepted the document issued by USB government, signed by Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, meaning that they have accepted and recognized that this is a nation. We must have to respect them. That is great one. What do we need to do? We need to go extra mile. This USB new government needs a lot of funds because we have not laid hands on our mineral resources. We are not in control of it now. So for us to make things happen faster the way we want it, so that our people will not be dying and our land will not be taken over from by the enemies the way they want it. I remember they are burying pipe from Imo State here to Lagos to other part of the world. What we need is to use our own resources, the one we have, our financial capabilities to support this government in order to actualize. And when they come to the state that we begins to control at least major percentage of our states, you don't need to donate again. Then the country will be funding itself because by then we will be in charge of the mineral resources that we have. Biafrans, we need to go fast before the rain will fall. Thank you, and thank you all. I yield my mic while I listen. Thank you, Mazi Exodus.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mazi. Master, thank you so much. That was wonderful and indeed. And thank you so much, Oluchiwa God, for a wonderful rendition. Thank you so much, Triple M, for a wonderful rendition. Thank you so much, Ijegilitas, for your contribution. Thank you so much, Divine Precious, for your contributions. And all of you made a very, very vital point. Now here comes my own. When much more actually go, just I want to know most of the things in Charico. Let me on my video first. Most of the things in Charico because this one to put this video. We not touch China and no, not touch China. Video myself. Doesn't matter. Where is this thing? Where is this? Okay. Where the thing is? I'm waiting so no. Yeah, what I wanted to add up to this particular video, the reason why I brought it up, not are prepared for war. Biafrans, what are we prepared for? Because I always like to head towards solution. Our brother Anabol Joseph Okechukwu, he's one of us. He's our brother. This guy has been there for a very long time. He's an Hollywood actor. And there was a time this guy was controlling a movement, and most of us, we are his follower. We are his follower. The guy can talk. He's very, very smart. He's intelligent. You cannot deny that. But I wanted more and I like him. The banks are told us we're by one of the major problems I know when this our movement and with a lot of pretenders and with a lot of competence so this our movement. And this thing has been eating us up for a very long time. And they make a Chineke and keep as well. After the arrival of USB, which is the new name Chukuna have given on to us, that nobody is going to take it away from us, a lot of things are changing. I wanna be sensitive in the spirit if I have a witness in the building. A lot of things we all can testify. They're in charge of this movement, children of light. Children of light, the charge. And this this spirit of fire adịrọ ha n'ahụ. Spirit of aghụghọ adịghị ha n'ahụ. Yotago unu cheke na the channel and most of us like kind of this USB and then niile nọ na USB kita na like kind of the passion when they go and check their heart, check their spirit. People like this Ocean Master, Triple M. And just as an example of Yotago and name them Iche or all these our sisters in the when they check good thing like these people they are just genuine, naturally genuine. Yotago. And the young jam original Biafra genuity and I did genuine. And I like it, they hate injustice. They hate injustice. Actually, just know and they will stand for what is right. Now I wanted to address Okechukwu. Okechukwu said a lot of intelligent things and what you have been saying, what Mazinan Khan has been saying, what PM Samnepa has been saying. And this guy is a Biafran. Came and this guy preach a message of Mazen and Kalwa, preach a message of PM Samnepa, preach a message of this DPM for the preach. Why? He's not bold enough to mention Biafra. Why? Okechukwu Joseph cannot be bold enough to mention that name, Biafra. Him and Nigeria is going to separate. Him and looking for somebody that's going to break that chain. Him and Nigeria is a messed up. Him and Nigeria get now with on the colonial master form. Him and Nigeria, and they're not there now as politicians. They are puppets. You know all these things. We all know all these things. And Okechukwu, him and that lady declare go Biafra and Finland. And we go in the declaration of Biafra in Finland and USB and we're going to and USB now and they get involved. When people are saying that now. After Okuchari in a way was strike, you see that Nandemaranas no Kuchana no now. They will stand there. Just not stand there. No black game make it to Nigeria, break Nigeria, Conobla, nowhere. No, Yakona de query. Then why didn't he mention USB? Can you USB not fighting for? Our sovereign state, our independence. We are tired of being, I had to go tired of to stay with Nigeria. Because Nigeria is not working. Biafrans know that Nigerians is not working. USB know. Mazinan Kanu know that Nigeria is not working. And Mazinan Kanu said that in Nigeria is being mapped out for destruction. That there's nothing, anything anybody can make no war. Nigeria they restated again. Mazinan Kanu Puria. And Mazinan Kanu said that now once you become an impediment to this our restoration, you will be totally be destroyed. Mazinan Kanu Puria. American West that now I go be alanya, needing for a nika, we never go be alana. Yana to see men at all. Now, I didn't see men, and then was a kitana, the fable, had the lamb. Lema one had and borrow like an offer. Lema like an hardy people. Some of them here people their stomach infrastructure, some with a lot of stomach infrastructures, they prefer to be slave than freedom. I prefer the slavery than freedom. And the reason why I didn't prefer slavery because they cannot endure, because they cannot persevere, because they are not resolute, because they don't even they are not thinking about their future generation. And don't when you do and job, they will be Biafran. You also say I think that is what makes that person irresponsible. You watch the passion I am with it and every day be now does it mean that I didn't want any other things to do to use our life to do? Does it mean that we cannot invest our time in something profitable for our own personal gain? But the reason why the jam sometimes and the internet now what are we doing? We are preaching the message of redemption because I'm a here I am at Undiro Baro Krikri, Nandi Onoblandiro Baro Krikri, when you are nature the Yanche, no Gawan and Benin. And then the bank said that now one, oh, she's on an idea, which is the go to the bogus when I don't have this kind of announcement in my plan and they'll go outside, Mankende Europe, Mankende Southeast governors against us, even Mankende IPOB, Nigeria, Mananda, or Chapupet, down they go Charego, Hajicha, causing the fallback energy, all these mediocre are in our midst. And then this announcement there. They don't want to pay attention. Now, in conclusion, in what I want to say to Okechukwu Uche, we have carried now one chori me here. This guy was with us all this while, was saying something like kind of supporting Mazina. But Obama paper fully paper support Mazina Nikalo. Mazina Nikalo ne preach, preach. Only make Kasim Kabia focus on every one who happens Mazina Nikalo. And we hate that kind of thing. We hate that kind of thing now. You and the man name. If it no be me, it no go be you. Like name my head carry. Now one to give honor to whom honor is due to. Give honor to whom honor is due to. Masina Nkalo has been there doing this thing, and the Samanapa has been there doing this thing. Why can't you come and join in? With the USB now, all you need to do is to write DPM. All you need to do is to start promoting USB. All you need to do, all the document that on America. This guy is living in America. Why is it? Why? And then watch a statement. Everything did perfectly well. Because watch and I want to head towards tonight, the end of the day, 2027. Before I'm going to this guy, I have a movement to go now with good luck for Hanachi. He will now key in. You have to preach with Parage. Now, one opportunity. Good luck and to team up with P2B. Now this is a better opportunity now to strike to strike you to cover nonsense. You check on before, but Biafrans are wiser this time around. So if you call yourself a Biafran, whether you are a politician or whether you are a Nollywood actor, whether my Wono Hanez and Dibo, whether my social club in on a young Igbo Biafran or you're a Biafran at a large, you are not recognizing this USB. You are cursed with a cause. You are cursed with a cause, knowingly and unknowingly. Because I cannot see the reason why Chukuna Geje in this beautiful name, USB, this new nation now, it cannot come and support this USB. Gege happy USB. Na koeri. You know what I'm saying? You only recognizing USB. You are cursed with a cause, no matter who you are. The device that the one Ebonyebi gonna watch it. Ebonyebi gonna watch it. Go take a see when this USB are. We want to know that some people are not killing like Hana for this USB, and at the same time they are Biafrans. And when I'm about this guy, the thing they eat him up like kind of what is going on with this people. Ebeka brain on that. An opportunity for a lifetime. Since I'm with Biafra, since I'm with the time we have never had this better opportunity that we have now. We never had this kind of opportunity that we have now. It is a miracle. At the end of the day, I'm a Tradrendo. We may experience our own government. I'm a Charafia Nanya, Nasina, Asana one government, and the other official, and all the way structured. What can them Madukaneche for before them for everybody to key in? Can them Madukaneche for them to come and key in? You know, Akufana Kona, Akufana Kwana, the Papa, Akukon, Akukwan, Akana Kopehana, Bassi Chidekinas, Agragasiano, Nana give maybe, Anna give maybe one. Okay, for Nigeria na Nigeria na chowagi kita na ochowagi ihu na ala. Ana ekwu okwu si from Nigeria agbabata no n'igbo na aga agbabata na USB na USB na anya kita na ụgbọ ọnụ adị ya kono dị awe. Ọkụ ụgbọ ọnụ adị ya. Ọkụ ụgbọ ọnụ a ka a na-ekwukwe ihe a. Mmiri na-aga izo na Nigeria. Danger is coming. Nigeria is still on a time bomb. Ọ na-aga izo. And the only people who get this save na this million agizo now, Chineke na Ife. They didn't pay attention to so many easy. Because if you reject this message of redemption now and liberation and preaching now, you at the end of the day will fire. You only at the end of the day is fire. And the Okechukwu were part of them because all a pretender. Food. Your mouth can be very, very sweet. You can preach it, you can speak a lot of English. But inside of your heart, are you genuine in your heart? Are you actually genuine? Because if you're actually genuine, what stops you to come and promote USB? All of us, I want to team up, we put sentiment here. We put spirit of pride and some of us. We put sentiment, we put spirit of pride, we put spirit of envy, we put spirit of bitterness, and we put spirit of hatred here. We put spirit of anyuku okochicho. One Nigeria got boss like Nigeria if I need tipia, okay, tipia. No, got boss on a buy. Ndami got boss on a buy. Then no more here, got boss on more here. And the angle lays our hand in our resources. Well, I don't know why it is, but I want you wine. I want you wine. We don't know that I'm not facing Nigeria now. Our problem. I don't see Fulanis as our problem anymore. I don't see Nigerian politicians as our problem anymore. In my own, our major problem now, all these saboteurs are not inside us. All these mediocres are not inside us. All these sabotage are not inside us. Our major problem. I'm not even with the last fight. In-house enemy fight. Once I made the mediocres are not among us, Biafra will be issue. Because all okay no longer okay no outside na azum na ngiga. I am going to donate to second year na that particular this thing now yatago. So they will move to go car ya mama when also when anything no about to the art. Because actually Kairan is all this program so that all no one else chopara they join another people's program you guys can't see have a chance to come and do it. Not are prepared for war. Biafrans, what are we prepared for now? I ajụjụ aka m na-ajụzi ndị Biafra ebe anyị amara go na ndị North na adịgo prepare ha adịgo prepare ha nwa jide money ha nwa jide power ha nwa jikwa our resources then I know ebe a na-agba okirikiri ebe ụmụ Israel na-agba okirikiri na wisdom anyị achọghị ihe ma ihe Biafrans, what are we prepared for? Ajụjụ aka m ha chọrọ ịjụ so ụnụ onye ọbụla nwere dị ajụjụ nwere dị answer onye nwere ya enye anyị ya so we can see you. Okay. One person said, "That's miracle on earth is a reality." The Queen's Akbochigo, some people into. You just said, "Divine precious, we miss heaven. We don't know heaven. Many will miss heaven, and they don't know heaven. They refuse to know, and then." We live in a massive difference from different land, we know the state, keep it up. We love you all. I love you more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elaine. So I can't see with the Nambeda. Watch a name back at a watch a number on your back. They couldn't say, and YouTube, please allow me to play this. Because anytime I play this, I'm going to have your hand sense of mad. And this is what we are talking about. Listen to this. Listen to this.
And terror, and as a result is not compatible with the values of the Netherlands. Close our borders right away to asylum seekers and immigrants originating from Islamic countries. We should withdraw from the Schengen Agreement and reintroduce our own border controls. 3. Begin by dismantling Islamic institutions like mosques. Start by closing foreign-funded mosques, including those that receive funding from abroad and are under the authority of Diyanet, the Turkish Ministry of Religious Affairs, and not us. 4. Lock up anyone who threatens or uses violence or deport them from our country. And if necessary, take preventive action against those hundreds of supporters and thousands of sympathizers of the jihadist movement in the Netherlands. And 5, Chairman, request all schools, newspapers, media to display a Mohammed cartoon. In order not to provoke, but to demonstrate that we never give in to threats and violence, and that we proudly and firmly support our freedom. Finally, I have a message for all those Muslims in the Netherlands who do not respect our freedom, our democracy, and our core values. Those who consider the rules of the Quran more important than our secular laws, and there are many of them. 700,000 is revealed in the study by Professor Koopmans. And my message to them is get lost. Depart to an Islamic country. Then you can enjoy Islamic rules. Those are their rules, but not ours. Those are their rules, but not ours. This is our country, not your country.
Number this prime minister that man now. That is Odiya Kamoana like it. Like a man, he won't owe bia na eme political correctness na akọ ndị Buharishi onye bayaba na akọ you cannot madam ike kwụ straight before onye asị wee kwụ ka ema because amamoto ị ga-esi wesi n'iwu ndị isi ala anyị nso unu n'ogbe unu were sharia law na-aga ide onwe unu n'ogbe unu sikwa from sharia law na unu jikwa aka unu tiri onwe unu sharia law mgbe n'obodo unu kwa ịnọkọtakwa sharia law ha na-egbu unu nsikwa na sharia law agbapụ si na ọ na sharia law na-egbu then gbabatazie n'Europe under asylum ndị Europe anabatakwa unu si oke nsogbu adịrị ebe gọọmenti unu na-egbu anyị nwawo we believe in humanity bịa na ka anyị unu ndụ unu abịazie enyekwa gị ndụ nyekwa gị bịazie na-emezi enjoy immunity ebe ọ pụta nwere ike ịṅụ mmanya gị kpagharịa nwere ike gị yiri ọ bụla chọrọ iyi ịchọkwa ịgbakwa ọtọ gị gbara ọtọ nweghị egbupụ gị aka nweghị egbupụ gị isi gaa n'ọkwa ebe enyekwara that kind of freedom na-enye ngo ebe na-emekwa isi ala obodo enyekwa gị freedom ndị obodo ga-enye ha ebe na-eme isi ala obodo ọzọ enyekwa gị that freedom ahụ ga-abịakwa n'obodo enyekwara gị freedom ahụ bịakwa burukwa dịse mmụ isi ala ahụ na-emekwa buru ya bubatakwa n'obodo onye a na-abịa etretịnkwa ndị nwoke obodo na ga-esokwa gị mewekwe sharia law nwanne onye kwuru datin USB is the end of all this mess. Maxina Carlos na USB is going to be the beacon of light to Africa. Imagine with the beacon of light. All this corruption now, all this hatred here, all this injustice here, all this evil side, all USB that was the end of it. I have already seen it, and we all know this. I will use this opportunity now to tell Biafrans all over the world. Only not today, now you only call yourself a Biafran. Now you are hearing the sound of our voice, the sound of the voice of the USB, the sound of the voice of Mazina Nikalo, the sound of the voice of PM Samanepa, and the sound of the voice of Dr. Nguzo Rabeze, and the genuine cabinet members doing the needful, and the sound of the voice of Umife all over the world. And you don't want to come and key in onto this movable trend that is heading us to our destination, and you are still hanging around. You know, you cannot pretend like you can show a nonchalant attitude. I don't know what you are waiting for. You are heading towards the Red Sea. Why can't you appreciate onye Barezogondo? Why Africa? Why Africa do we believe? Why Africa they don't celebrate their heroes? Why Africans are killing their hero? What is the problem of Africa? What is the problem of the sense of the brain of Africans? Africa, how many here? Lagos now. Look at what is happening in Lagos. Every day I am pushing it because Lagos, because bring your investment back. Ojuku they didn't listen to Ojuku. Even though even though it was regarded serious, they didn't listen. Mazina Nkalo came up. Shouted, they didn't listen. Even PM Samanepa started shouting, Biafrans in Lagos, please come back. They didn't listen. Every day, I buy a film, I buy millions of investment or trillions of dollars or in but this is happening. And still yet, na the same logos are showing la. One this kind of thing. This kind of thing now. Then we're beginning to carry back on why on no kai we choosing ndị niile na-threat na ma ndị sabụ niile na onye ọbụla na-eplay nonchalant attitude. Ụmụ ife ihe ọbụla ifuru onye ọbụla na-eme na nke ikpeazụ and you have already known the truth. Please make sure you stand for that truth and never you deviate from that truth. Ịmara ọrụ ọbụla ọma ị na-arụ na this movement here, never you give up on it. All hands must be on decks na nke ikpeazụ. All hands must be on decks. If not, they need to hit all their hands now in the decks. One, if not, I can't hit you. I can't have at any given time. Chineke na nyere ya aka ka anyị were aka wee bara onwe anyị uru in this movement. Chukwu na nyere anyị akọnuche ka anyị were akọnuche wee bara onwe anyị uru in this movement. Chukwu na nyere anyị all manners of gift. We all are gifted in many different ways. Bring in your gift and support the USB. Don't be stingy. Don't play nonchalant attitude. You must get yourself involved. Either in a na movement here, or in a gije na movement here, or in a boss na movement here, or in a jet na movement here. Anything you are just doing for this movement, you are involved in a reward. There is a gift given to each and every one of us to invest in this movement, and whatever I can undo, because very soon, we are not going to stay here forever and be limited and don't gather up. Why are we wasting our time? Maybe I'm going to suppose invest this our time when we define our job. I need to pray because if we miss this kind of opportunity, one day very soon Kitana align, they are going to overrun our place. And I give if you working care for our then check is you gonna get through. Deposit for Gagaton to save slave. Because never and when to hako that is any knife and a rush, ọkụ ụmụ nwaanyị Igbo anyị ka ha na-ede ka a ga tụwasịwa ha ime because I'm an the gifted. I'm an the wombs of our people are the blessed. Onye ọbụla nwa Biafra ọbara anyị shiri ike. They want to contaminate us. I'm not going to say na-akọwa this because na-akọwa ya iwe na-enwe m like this self. M na-ekwuzi okwu like this self. I don't want to sound like kind of iwe na-enwe m. But we must be serious this time around. Ọ na ga-egbu anyị score, gbuo anyị, tinye anyị sense n'isi. This is the time for us to get sense. You watch here in Mekitana, they want to give us a bad name for them to kill a dog. You watch here in Mekitana, they are now condemning everything we are doing in this Biafra movement. Imanebo Konomi offended involved Kitana by Ingwe from Finland. By this time around, all of us are gone in this movement. The movement are gonna die. Protect the mandate. Why now we capture the vision, capture the code. That is why she's still maintaining it. We continue to pray for that woman, Dr. Ngozo Rabeze, because one man call is a human being. Only pushing because only way we were after all what is going on. I have my career, I have my hospital, I am not lacking anything. Why these people I'm trying to save are insulting me every day? You're resign, no? But this woman now, what a passionate, always great mom. I can go to a former or fondo. I wish he get and 1,000 man wisdom and all the genuine cabinet members as well when I'm Divine Precious Kurokweba. I'm sister Ije also Kurokweba. Yes, and I hear the Rikita now. Konobla put their hands on the deck. Everybody must put their hands on the deck. And even Nobla put his hands on the deck now. Only Mupa. Then another our sister Divine Precious Kuku. Yes, that na. You know Kureba. Yes, that na. No ọbụla mere ife ọma ọ ga-eme na onye ahụ emeghe ya onye luzuru onye a ga-aga onye a na-aga iluzu so onye ọbụla ife na-erijeti USB kịta na cheki ndị niile erijetịchara this USB a ebe ka ha nọ today all of them na-enwe ụgba ndị niile asị that na we don't recognize USB nwanne m have you checked them go and check them now nwanne ha niile nwechara ụgba ndị niile na-kwetere na USB dizipa ha nwa ndị dị safe ọhụwa ndị nwere udo nke mkpụrụ obi ọhụwa ndị nwere obi sara sara ọhụwa ndị na-adịrọ confused ha dịrọ distracted ha dị focus even iwe na-ewepụ ha mmụọ a na-achọ ka enweta ya na nke taa na nke echi because ha dị focus so Chineke na-agụzicha ụmụ ife niile all over the world onye sị ka m kwuo n'abalị a because mụ ekwuchana na ngụfụ ihe nwere ike ikwu n'abalị ama m onwe ọzọ chọrọ add something na Ocean Master do you want to add something Triple M do you want to add something you are rounding up okay. This is what they call true patriots.
We have said it all. You see, the point is that something is fast approaching. How prepared are you? The North are calling for war openly. It's not like the one we are trying to defend ourselves. They have called for war openly. Are you prepared, Biafrans? How prepared are we?
What are we prepared for? Can I be prepared here?
Yes, that is that. That is why all hands need to be on deck.
Yes.
To do what? To tackle what is about to come. Very important. Very, very important. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Biafrans. May God bless us as we move.
There will. I'm Triple M. Do you want to say something? I have to go. So that all no one else trigger on that program. This is no music. I register go zinka balia. I register there. Obinigwa no kana no luai. And then you your child will register. We are not here to offend anybody. And I be back. I need to put every record straight. You have to go. Nobody can deceive Biafrans anymore. Nobody's going to distract Biafrans anymore. And you go and you go. There is no going back. We love our USB. We will defend our USB. We protect our USB. We will support our USB because that's our USB. And now we, the USB, the movement of the people, by the people and for the people. Honorably finding Udo now this movement here. I'm not seeing Udo in a drama. I never could die in na bagashi ike. Yotago. I never get respect in a movement. Acquire move in a movement. Then we acquire again. If you learn to acquire enough. I never go again. tikwe na akpa gashi ike anyị na ga-aba ga-eso okwu ezie gozi ọma gịsi na ozi ọma eziri gị adịrọ mma na ịpịakashi isi dị gị mma anyị bụrụ ozi ọma nke ezikwara gị ezi tinye na akpa gashi ike problem ihe na gị chọọ onye a na gị nweta ya awụ anyị nwa na-enye the problem ahụ nwa na-eji aka enye onwe ha problem but ihe na-ewe anyị iwe ha nyecha onwe ha problem ahụ ha ga-abụrụ ezidetiv na-ebozi anya na anyị ma wụzi their own problem it no go work. A guilty conscience fears no accusation nwanne. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, long live PM Samuel Ekpa, long live Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, long live all the genuine forces guiding our land, long live all the good genuine medias doing the needful, long live all the genuine Biafrans all over the world. Show Master, God bless you. Triple A, God bless you. Integritas, God bless you. One God, God bless you. And all the people, divine precious, needing a group Nabalia, Chineke na gozi about inspiration all black people now. God is going to strengthen you, revive you more, give you more grace, give you more inspiration, give you more wisdom. I want to fuck I'm not going to black Nabalia. You don't mean in the house. But the man, you are going to now. I love you all. From me, from here, it is good morning. They will translate the
Nigerians, elections are no longer elections, they are selections. The will of the people is sold for crumbs, while politicians dine with billions they stole from you. Democracy is dead, can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts.
Love you all. They will.
Our nation's future has been sold and bought. Ballot boxes stolen in broad daylight. Thugs with machetes turn off the light. Police stand still, they watch and grin. The system is rigged, the people can't win, they say. Do or die, by hook or by crook they must rule. And you, the people, you suffer, you starve. Yet they laugh in your face and call you fool. Our democracy is dead, can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. Democracy is dead, can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. North to south, east to west, we all feel the pain deep in our chest. Don't let religion tear us apart. We need one voice, we need one heartland. The system is united against us, but we are divided against ourselves. They use tribe, they use religion to keep us blind while they steal the nation. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Democracy is dead. Can't you see? Can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. They bribe the courts. Our nation's future has been sold and bought. Democracy is dead. Can't you see? They buy the hungry, they bribe the courts. They bribe the courts.
If the option without fear before our enemies, we have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will seek our restoration by violence. Every living thing living in the zoo will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise and a pledge we are making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about Biafra. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that Biafra comes. It is either the flag of Biafra is raised up or I am lowered into the grave. One of the two must happen. It is better for this heaven and this earth not to exist than for Biafra not to come to pass. We dedicate it into the hands of Chukwu Abiyama, the creator of the heavens and the earth, because only him decreed that we should exist as a race, and only him has the say to decide and to determine if we are to survive or not. We don't rest our hopes in any man. We don't believe that any country can do anything for us. We are going to reaffirm our faith in the supremacy of the creator of the heavens and the earth, Chukwu Abiyama, upon to whom and in whom every glory and honor belongs to. That's why we worship him and nothing else and no other. We worship the one true living God. That is who we worship. That is why we were created. We are not like any other people. We have been chosen by Chukwu Abiyama to serve him. We have been chosen by the creator of the heavens and the earth that we may serve him. That is why in our names it contains every praise imaginable. Every praise imaginable to the Most High is contained within our names, because we are very special people. We are here to reaffirm and reiterate that. We are here to ensure that this very march towards our freedom cannot be hindered. Any obstacle on our way, real or imagined, man or woman, adult or child, anything it is, once you are an impediment to the restoration of the sovereignty of Biafra, you will be destroyed completely and totally, in every way imaginable. We do not forgive. There is no forgiveness in our dictionary. We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. It is to them that I owe every ounce of loyalty and obligation. They are not here to offer any advice or to ask us to forgive Gowon. They are not here to ask us to forgive Haruna. They are not here to ask us to forgive the Yoruba people and the Awolowo family. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwu Abiyama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish, because we are his own. Despite all our iniquities, despite all our sins, he made us in his image. He gave us that very edict to worship him, and that is what we do every blessed day on this radio station, without fail and without the fear of any human being. Talk less of an animal in the zoo. We are here to worship Chukwu Abiyama.